You win. Oh, hey there. Welcome back. Looking for a little more of the Swashbucklers' tale, eh? So, the survivors of the shipwreck swam out of the fog and found themselves washed up on a mysterious island. The kind of mysterious island that's not on the map, if you know what I mean. Yeah, like Skull Island. No, not like that. This is a completely original tale, and frankly, way weirder than an oversized simian. You're an oversized simian. Now, a lot of them had survived that sinking ship, but their luck was about to run out.
We'll sail for 10,000 miles. We'll sail for 10,000 more. We'll drink and we'll fight and we'll sail all night. We'll sail for 10,000.
Now they can hear us. They can hear us. I had everything turned up before.
Oh, there we go.
Hi, everybody. Hello. Our mateys, welcome to the Swashbucklers, a Liching Hour production written and directed by me, Christopher from 2OG. We got a whole bunch of new stuff going on here today, and it's a crazy, crazy day on the high seas because our ship sank, as you noticed. And I get my hat on.
Terrible.
Here.
There was tentacles.
Tentacles and sinking ships and flying debris and flames and smoke on the water. And that. So let's go around. We've got a new player joining us today. It's pretty cool. I'm just gonna go the way that everybody is set up in my studio mode. I'm gonna go that we're set up in the OBS layout, and that means Jelly Gato.
That's me.
Who are you? What do you do? And what characters are you playing?
Hi, I'm Jelly Gato. I play a lot of games. Sometimes they're video games. Today I am playing Snakes the Con Artist, Purefinder the Purefinder, Gutenberg the Bookbinder, and Raven the Falconer.
Wow. 4 people we didn't even know were on the sinking ship, but they made it to the beach along with the Liching Hour.
Maybe they're already here. Maybe they're swimming.
You're
Oh, hi, I'm the
Lich.
You arrive on the beach, there are 4 people.
They're just
Hey.
waiting for you. It's like we've been waiting for a month and a half.
You're late.
On the Liching Hour, welcome. I'm happy to be back. Welcome to be back as well. I am playing 4 characters that seem to survive the first part of this. We luckily survived the sinking ship. Bonnie the Thespian Halfling, Karth the Moneylender Dwarf, who has beef with one of your characters. I want to remember who that is, Ansel. Well, I remember because they pushed him off the boat trying to get on, if I remember correctly. It actually came to blows, which I thought was pretty cool. Near the Falconer with his Falcon Plenus, and then Splat the Fool.
Such a terrible name.
Actually, that's his job. I'm actually, his job is Fool. Says so on his business card. Royal Fool.
You're right, Royal Fool is indeed. All right.
Hello, Chill Out Corner and Legion Necris. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, let me get the chat.
Thanks for
so I can
confirming
see
you can
chat.
hear us.
That's fantastic.
It's always good.
And last but not least, Dungeon Barkeep Ansel. Tell us what you got going on, who you're playing.
Hi everybody, my name is Ansel, the Dungeon Barkeep. I have a bunch of stuff going on. I'm running a RPG convention coming up this, signups are going to be this weekend. The convention itself is 2 weeks after that. So check out ttrpgpickupcon.com for that. I'm mixing up cocktails on YouTube as the Dungeon Barkeep and a bunch of other stuff as well. So I'm busy. But tonight I will be kept slightly less busy than everybody else because one of my characters died last time. So I will be playing Patches and Hiram, who are both able-bodied seamen, and Beck, the cabin boy.
Able-bodied. Oh man, you got like the bottom.
I'm a 9-year-old.
The bottom of the crew.
Yeah, the one qualified sailor did not make it. He was too busy trying to save everyone.
Does anybody know how to drive a boat?
Yeah. We don't have to worry about
Good
that
news,
right
we don't
now.
have one.
We're on an island.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anybody know how to drive an island?
Well, there's that.
I am Christopher. All the RPGs on Twitch. You can also find me. I do video games and a lot of role-playing games, some DM prep, probably some other stuff soon. You can also find me on 2oggames.com, 2 Old Guys Games. We wrote the adventure that we're playing through right now, Sinking the Stercorarius, which is available on the Goodman Games web store. And a whole bunch of other stuff, including the Almost Silver Seller on Drive-Thru RPG, Ziggurat of the Megamoon. So,
Yay.
let me get the adventure so I have the proper words for you. Oh, it's on my book holder. Who
You
put
don't
it
have
there?
it memorized.
Who put it there? Just because I wrote it doesn't mean I know what's in it. I wrote it like a long time ago.
All right, Dr. Jones.
Okay, here we go. Look, I got it right here. It's
Splat
right
is
here.
currently entertaining everybody on the beach with some awesome handstands, maybe a little juggling, keep spirits high.
Are you sure? Because I didn't describe the beach yet.
He's attempting to do this. That's what
Okay.
that's his idea of. That's what he
Regardless
wants
of
to
the
do.
beach, that's what he's doing.
Good. Excellent. I love it. Perfect. The mists shroud the isle in gloomy gray light, washing the color out of everything. No wind blows, and the sea is calm. A light snow falls noiselessly around you, though it's not cold enough to snow. Ahead there appears to be a small beach, which you have landed on because now the fool is dancing around on it. And it is eerily quiet. Now, sailors among you could make an intelligence roll if you wanted. I believe that's just Ansel's characters.
That seems like a good idea. All right.
I was on a 3-hour tour. I have no idea what's going on
7.
right now.
Well, because you're just able-bodied seaman and a cabin boy, you're not sure quite exactly where you are. Oh, but Hiram is like, I've been studying the maps because I want to be a navigator. And he's got an idea. And him and Patches start having a conversation, and they come up with,
The experienced sailors.
there is no island here.
What do you
There
mean?
is.
Bad news, guys. We can't stay here.
There is no island on any map here, especially one that looks this big.
Maybe they missed it. Somehow
Missed it?
missed it.
Think you could just miss an island?
I don't know how this works. I'm a pure finder.
It is quite misty.
Pure finder shovels up
It's-
what appears to be poop.
It's both
is not
foggy and snowing, which is a rare
just-
occurrence, even up
What
here
latitude are
in
we
the north.
at?
It's too warm to be snowing in the first place.
The snow does not taste good.
Oh, you tasted it?
Yeah,
It tastes gritty and
tastes like
burning.
ash.
Is it
It's like
more
burning.
ash
Tastes
than
like burning.
snow?
Okay,
It tastes like ash. Spot on. It literally is ash.
Is the ground warm?
You're gonna put your hand down like on the sand.
Yeah, especially if there's sand. That's
Sure.
very helpful.
It's a black sand. And when you put your hand down on it, you can feel it scratching at your hand. So it's not like grains of sand; it's like shards of something, and it's all black. And it is a little warmer than you would expect it to be.
Karth kind of arrogantly comes over to your characters there, the sailors, or the ones who were just saying that this island's on a map. You know, I have quite a bit of gold at back where I come from. Which one of you could build a boat? I'm sure there's
Build
trees
a
here.
boat?
I'm sure there's trees here. Other less skilled of us could fetch the tree and the lumber.
No, Swabby. Building a boat is quite the undertaking to be even considering at this stage of the game. We haven't got any lumber. We haven't got anywhere to build it. Who's gonna make the nails, boyo?
Is there any flotsam jetsam stuff washed up from the wreckage or anything?
Yeah, there's some garbage. There's parts of masts and barrels and crates. All told, you probably have 3 square feet of debris.
3 square feet, huh? That's not a lot.
That's a small raft at best. I think Hiram is our most experienced sailor on the crew. He made it through the plague at some point, so he's seen some stuff. I'd like to have Hiram confirm my suspicions. Is there a way I can check if this is a volcano?
Sure. Give me an intelligence check. Look around, and I'll give you. Oh, that's pretty good. Beck's like, I read.
Oh,
it.
that was Beck. Dang it.
It's all right. He once saw a book about volcanoes, and he thought the pictures were great. Hiram's like,
Hiram was like, I think it might be a volcano, and Beck cheerfully brought up some fun facts about volcanoes.
who put their hand down on the sand?
I think that was Hiram.
All right, so Hiram, this is why he's not doing so well on this, and he's like, I think it's a volcano, and he wiped the sand away.
Oh.
And it just scratched up his hands, and so now they're all cut and stingy. And he's like, oh.
That's no good.
Is that going to happen to Splat? Because he's trying to entertain Bonnie, the halfling thespian, because she's quite distraught dramatically.
Give me an agility check.
Okay.
Give me an agility check there, boyo.
Is everybody wearing shoes?
Shoes on a boat?
I have a shovel.
12.
Splat has very calloused hands from doing all sorts of tomfoolery, and therefore feels the sharp edges of the sand in parentheses, but it does not penetrate the several layers of hard skin from God knows what he's been doing.
Is that +2? It should be 11, I think.
It says 11.
Yes, because I have
9 plus
+2
2,
personality. Did I cheer up Bonnie?
Yeah, she's like, Bonnie totally forgot that they were just on a sinking ship. But other than that, it's like, this is miserable. We're literally nowhere. Literally nowhere. You want to have a look around? It's pretty misty, and you're all kind of right by the water. You can...
Do we see what's further in? Did you describe what was further in or no?
I did not.
Oh, because it's misty?
Right.
How far ahead can we see?
About 20 feet.
Ooh, okay. So
It's pretty dense mist. And it's very warm and heavy on you.
Can your falcon go and check out what's further in the island near? My falcon surely could, but how would he tell us what it is back there? You cannot speak to your falcon? No. Sorry. I do not speak falconese.
I'm starting to worry about the lubbers.
You should.
Some of them thought they were on a joyride.
Yeah. I was drinking wine. I'm still a little buzzed from the wine. Well, actually, that's all gone now that I swam to the beach. But
Right. You sobered up when your life was in jeopardy, probably.
Karth is
one
looking
does.
for the barrels, hoping that one of them's a wine barrel.
Not even a pickle or a piece of beef jerky is left to be found.
Alas.
Oh.
Bird's starting to look pretty tasty.
I have a bag of dog poop.
You seem quite
we'll
happy
call
about
that Plan
that.
C then.
You've got it too.
That's a very ornate bag for dog poop.
Thank you.
Did you find that in the sewer too?
Someone take this one away. Take this one away. Karth says.
Take me where?
Some of you able-bodied, go into the mist and tell us what else is in there, out there.
All right, but don't go getting yourselves dead while we're gone.
So I think Hiram, Patches, and Beck are going to walk 3 abreast, about 15 feet apart, in a line, trying to make their way up from the corner of the map. You know, roughly, if we're assuming up is north, then
Like
northwest.
like there. Yeah, okay, perfect.
Snakes and Raven will come with you.
Ooh. One in the claws of the other, like just carrying snakes. As you walk through the very thick, warm mist, a dark shape rises up before you. It ends up being a ridge of black rock that goes as far as you can see in both directions and upward. And it looks somewhat impenetrable.
So it's sort of like a cliff face.
It's kind of like a cliff face, except it's leaning out a little bit over you.
Snakes is gonna take out their dagger and kind of scratch at the face to see if it's crumbly. What's the hardness on that?
It is. It's a 12.
On a scale of 1 to an indeterminate amount, this is
On the scientific scale of hardness, it's a 12.
12 on the
Mohs
Mohs
scale,
Got
I
it.
think that is.
When you try to scratch it with your dagger dulls a little bit. It's very hard black stone.
Heck. All right.
Is it climbable?
Potentially, someone
Oh,
might.
is it sheer, or are there like little ledges and finger holds?
One legium. Warm, moist stone. Warm, moist, hard stone.
Oh, it's the best of all
Geologist by the
worlds.
end of this.
It's everything at once. As I said, the cliff face, you're looking up at it, and the base is further from you than. So it must be leaning out towards you all along the beach. Everybody sees kind of the similar thing. It's not flat. It's definitely stone that was naturally formed, or allegedly, apparently. But you can't really see any way up just yet. Somebody who is not a seagoing person might be able to scout a path. The falconers, as a matter of fact, your falconers, Plenus and Raven. Do you have a name for the falcon?
Falcon.
You do Falcon? Oh, that's right. Raven, Plenus and Falcon could maybe fly up to the top and see if they might see.
What would they
Okay.
tell us?
I don't speak Falcon either. Do
It's true. I don't.
you have a
Depends.
GoPro?
It depends how smart they are.
GoPro.
Just strap a mirror to the top and
If they don't
really
come back,
smart.
you know,
Spyglass.
if they don't come back, you know it's dangerous.
I'm quite attached to Plenus. I risked my life to save him.
Well, then keep your Plenus close.
Yes.
Your friends closer.
Whoa. What do we got for landlubbers? We got the falconers, we got the purefinder, the bookbinder, and
Moneylender, the Royal Fool, and the Thespian.
that's a tough crew.
We're a little
Start a
feeling
city.
we're feeling safe near the water.
Little like I'll give the bookbinder, who might have picked up a thing or two binding all those books, perhaps reading them from time to time, an intelligence test.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're gonna boil down to luck. You know, audience, they might need a little help on the luck side. If you look in the middle of the screen, you'll see 5 bits to give one person a luck point, 10 bits for a reroll, and 20 bits for a tentacle twist,
Tentacle twist.
which didn't go well the last time it showed up.
Is this trained or untrained?
Trained.
Trained.
Yeah.
It's always going to be trained, right,
Always gonna be
Chris?
trained.
Untrained
Is that what it
is, I mean, reading if you don't know how to read, untrained. That
Oh,
sort
okay.
of thing.
Okay.
I got a,
You got a 10. Cool. You read a few pages of a recent treatise on geography, and you know that fluvial byways are often found in volcanic blah blah blah, and you believe that perhaps towards the end of this chunk that kind of is coming to a point here, there might be an easier way to kind of get up on top of this and see what's going on.
Okay, So I think if we go around, that might be easier than going up.
Our stomach growls super loud. I like this one's
Wow.
thought. What's the bookbinder's name?
Gutenberg.
shit. Gutenberg, right. I like Gutenberg's idea. Let's walk.
Hey, the Chill Out just gave us 5 bits, so somebody gets a luck point. Chill Out, let me know who you want to get a luck point, and I will put up my super cool.
Christopher, should we all have
Point
2
icon.
or Guido? Are you Captain Guido? No, you're not. That's the other ship.
Captain Guido looks like
You're
a
Captain
squid.
Christopher, right?
Captain Christopher.
Captain? Yeah. So
Mr. Christopher. It's like
is
me
our
in the
our
beginning.
fleeting luck 2 on all our characters? Or I got 2 on all my sheets, but you tell me if you were
If you have
supposed
2 on all your sheets, that's left over from last time, and I am not pulling it because I believe some of it was audience purchased.
Okay.
So whatever you and Ansel have is what you have, and then Jelly, you should just have 1 fleeting luck on each of your 4 characters. And I think we got that set
One
up.
on each. Okay.
Yeah, I think we got that set up. Jelly, you get a point. Actually, you have 2 on all of your characters now because Chill Out Corner gave you the luck point. We're just gonna do
Oh, thank you.
when it's for a character or for a player, it's gonna be for all the characters. So
Okay.
that'll work.
So everybody's got 2. Thank you.
Yeah. It's only like 2 in the morning for him.
Yeah.
He's probably drinking Guinness again.
Yes. And to Lich.
Oh, and to the Lich. There you go. All
thank
right,
you, buddy.
We got a bunch of fleeting luck. Now let's see
Thank you,
somebody
buddy.
roll a 1. All right, so
No.
you kind of walk around and you look perfectly sober night. There's no such thing as perfectly sober. That's a horrible night.
Yeah, that's the opposite of perfect.
Yes. Holy, he's just making it rain shamrocks.
Oh, that's not 20, is it? That's not 20, is
1,
it?
2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 14, 15, 16, 17, 19. It is 20. Ermagerd. It's a tentacle twist.
Uh-oh.
Chill Out. Do you want it to be thumbs up or thumbs down?
Ooh, I like that he gets a choice.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
This might not go so bad. Ermagerd.
Or it could go
Tentacle
worse.
twist.
I'm gonna start finding tokens in case it's bad. Oh,
Oh.
no!
Ooh.
Hi.
All right, cool.
Thanks for the luck, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably
Sounds
gonna
like we're
need
gonna
it.
need it.
Right about
Something's
now.
about to fall off this cliff. I can smell it.
Right about now.
Is it approximately 20 shamrocks?
20 small rocks come down and pelt you all in the face. All
Oh,
right.
thanks.
I didn't really
Yay, I've
expect-
got some luck too.
That
So
was
look
rude,
at
Falcon.
everyone. Oh my
Talk
god.
about this.
Oh, and now we have
Wrong town.
dueling tentacle twists. Okay.
Uh-oh.
One will happen and then the other will happen wrong time.
This is getting bananas.
Thank you, Ron.
This is like
Yeah.
this is like that Apocalypse
BANAS.
Roadshow where it was fill the action pool, drain the action pool, fill the action pool like 6 times.
Yeah.
All right, the bad news tentacle twist is that this is going to be perfect because it's going to reveal a story plot point as well. As you're all looking up, I have 60 more bits. As you're all looking up at the cliff, Falconer, Lich Falconer, I should look at
Near.
their names. Near, give me a luck check.
Absolutely.
Since you were kind of letting other people do the work standing back here.
Please, come back. Don't go in there. Don't go. Oh,
I have
hold on,
lost
here
the
we go.
die roll. So.
Don't go.
get OBS.
Trained?
Yes. No,
Yes.
no. Just a regular luck check, not from the stat,
it's right
just
there.
below it there. Yeah.
Yep, I see it. No.
Okay.
I failed it.
That's all right. That's okay.
Oh, good. It's all right.
There, everybody can see it.
It's very reassuring.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Everything will be just fine. Give me an agility check. It's never just fine when the
Out of the way.
DM
Out of
says,
the
"Give me
way."
an agility check.
6.
It's gonna be this one. You got a 6? Oh, that's not gonna be good. Let me just pop that out in
Are
its
we-
own window.
Now down. Are we down a falconer?
Or a falcon.
Take Plenus.
Let's
Treat him well.
Let's find out.
Raven, treat him well.
Okay.
Roll 20 says yes. I will roll that die. What's your armor class?
Oh boy. 9.
Oh, Plenus moves in your arms, and you happen to jolt, and as you do, a long silver rod slides by under your elbow, and you look down, and it goes zzzt, zzzt.
I
Sorry,
hear
what?
this sound.
You hear that sound, yeah. Let's have
Ether Raider recruit. What?
Witchcraft!
What's
Witchcraft!
Stun stick.
That
Oh, boy.
that sounds bad.
all words your players don't understand. I mean, your
A
characters.
stick
don't
just came out of the
understand.
sky. A stick. out of
You
the sky.
turn around, and there is in tattered clothing scabs from the previous party, from
No.
the one dead character from Dungeon Barkeep. And but on top of his head, there's a 4-foot-long squid. Where his head was, there's this squid with these tentacles and this large, hard carapace. And in its hand is a 3-foot-long metal rod that shoots blue sparks from the end. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
I don't remember him having that when you were alive.
So
I don't know what that is, but I kind of want it.
we'll give. There will be one round of near and this thing, and then everyone else can join in. But you can all roll initiative right now, as a matter of fact. I'm gonna roll initiative as well.
And remind me, there it is.
There's a button, yes.
Initiative. Initiative 2, 8. No, normal initiative.
Just regular, yeah. Just there should be a button right there to roll initiative. You'll have to. Oh wait.
Select the
Oh.
token.
Yeah, let me drag your tokens over. Let's drag us all to a battle map. Oh, I
Meanwhile, Near is like pretty freaked out.
gotta bring you all with me to the battle
I mean,
map. Here we
being
go.
zapped by a dead guy, that would do it.
Barely, but it's the squid on his head that's got him freaked out.
It might be
Oh, you
more
get
like.
used to that.
Do you now?
You see, that happens every once in a while at sea. It's kind of like this. I've moved you all. You should be able to see.
I think Wrongtown just gave us 5 tentacle twists.
Oh, what?
So,
5 good
I
tentacle
think there should
twists.
probably a cooldown.
5 tentacle twists. All right. Well, the bad one is in action. So there's 6
Ooh,
good TTs
thank
coming.
you, Wrongtown.
Holy cow! He
And
could.
chill out corner.
Wrongtown, you could break that up as to be some re-rolls, some luck points. 20 bits could. Well, there's only 3 of them. I guess 15 bits. I know it says 20 in the ticker, but 15 bits to give everyone a luck point. 10 bits for a re-roll. Dealer's choice. All right. Dealer's choice. We'll see how this goes down. Okay. Yeah, you can just roll 1 initiative for your whole group. That'll be fine.
Oh,
It's okay.
okay.
Wait,
I'll
are
take
we
that
in the
12, and I'll just
battle map. Oh, here we are.
you are on
Oh,
the battle map.
Okay.
I'll just dump.
Snakes
Yeah,
up.
so just grab, highlight one of them, have them roll initiative. 3 more tentacle twists. Slow down, everybody. Tentacle twists are long development things.
Ooh,
Oh,
20.
All right, near. Yeah.
Near got so lucky. He's so amped up and afraid.
Mm-hmm.
He's grabbing his short bow and an arrow. And
Hey!
he's not even thinking about it. Okay.
It's a natural 20. You all get a point of fleeting luck.
Yay!
That's what it's all about.
So now you've got your piles of luck. All right, Near. You're startled by this thing. You turn around, you're like, ah!
Yeah. So, I mean, the first thing I'm doing is remembering my training. I've got the arrow out my short bow. That's all I've got. That's all he's got is a short bow.
Okay. Well, that's better than most.
Backing up and shooting this guy. I'm aiming for the squid because I can't keep my eyes off of it.
Okay.
And we can spend our fleeting luck anytime, right?
Yeah,
after
you
the
can
roll?
you can burn luck before or after a roll, but not both.
Oh, not both. Okay. Interesting. Attack. Input value. Oh, no. I don't think I have an attack bonus. It would already figure that out if I did have it, wouldn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
What?
How did I roll it? 0. I didn't. It didn't roll it. It didn't roll
rolled
an
a 0.
attack.
Okay, let me.
It didn't roll a d20.
Yeah. That was near.
Unless
I
you
got
got a negative modifier.
No. It says 0. It rolled a 0 for some reason. Near.
I hit the attack button next to my ranged weapon.
Okay. Action die is D20. That should have worked. Why didn't it work? Short bow attack
See, it
die
said-
D20.
Input value, deed smite die, don't have that. Any attack bonus, don't have that. I'm gonna try it again. Yeah, it's not
Oh,
rolling. a
Jelly's
D20.
gone blurry.
Just got a little
yeah,
blurry.
no, I do that.
Gift sub from Wrongtown. Wrongtown's just dropping it all on us today.
Man.
All right. That is so bizarre. It says
I have
attack
0
die.
ammo. Is it because I have no ammo?
Yes, it is. Here.
Okay, so I don't have an arrow. Should I have arrows?
Yeah, I gave
Or
you
no?
I gave you 20. Now I bet I'm gonna do a test, and then it should be just fine. It would be nice if it said you don't have any. Yeah, it works now.
Okay.
Good spot. Good spot there. All right.
Thanks.
You're like you kind of stagger
There
back
we
from
go.
this
There we go.
from this creature, and you fire off an arrow.
12, and I'm willing to spend fleeting luck to hit this sucker.
That was very wise of you because you needed exactly 1 luck to
1 luck. Okay, cool.
hit this thing. You find a soft spot in between the front and back carapace, and your arrow gets lodged in there, and you see the tentacles go.
Tentacle. Tentacles.
Yeah, Jelly was phasing out of reality there for a moment.
It's okay. That happens occasionally. I apologize.
Yeah. All right. It will have a go, and
Please.
then we will do everybody's initiative in order.
Cleanest attack.
I was like, I hear noise in my living room right behind me, and I'm like, oh, the hedgehog woke up and is eating. He wakes up so rarely now that it's winter and he wants to be hibernating. All right, lunges that 3-foot-long metal stick at you, and fumbles.
Was he coming for me again?
He was coming for you again, yeah. You just put an arrow in him. He's definitely not pleased with you. Oh, I know what that is. That's he goes because of the arrow in his head. His brain is not functioning really well, and the move to hit you is so bad that it just drives it into the ground because that's the 1 on the fumble table.
I want everybody to know that Nier has 1 hit point. He has
Total
survived
or
death.
Ever?
Ever.
Or right
That's
now?
all he's got. That's all
Right.
he's got. Max HP right now.
All
1
I
hit
had to
point.
do was hit him, and it did not. It
Yeah.
failed. All right.
That first hit twice now.
And now everybody's going to be in initiative. That was just like the standoff. People hear some scuffling and turn around, and there's this squid-headed thing with a long metal rod. Cheers, Perth, Australia. Is it day or not? Let's see. It's got to be
International
gotta be
night.
morning. Yeah, more people from outside the country. That's good because our country is messed up right now.
Yeah, we set a lot of that on fire.
Thank you for coming to visit. We're sorry.
No, just thank you for the support.
Yes, we
We
appreciate
got a
it.
good day. What's the traditional greeting in our parts of the world? Here
Howdy.
in Chicago, I feel like it's hey.
Open, Milwaukee.
No. Oh.
Open.
Whoop.
Oh yeah,
How are
there.
you?
Hey, good morning, there. Hey.
How are you? How are you?
Yeah.
How's
Surprisingly, all 4 of us are in the Midwest,
Yeah.
and we're pretty far from the danger. So I think we're okay today.
Yeah.
All right, Near. You're up again. You're still alive. You're shocked.
Still alive?
I'm shocked. Everybody's shocked.
I'm moving backwards
Okay.
away from this thing, back towards the people. all our people,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll try to fire off another shot.
Here, I'll just do this. You're like backing up.
The suspense.
No. 10 misses.
I spend. Well, wait. What was the last one? The last one was a 12. I'll spend my last 3 fleeting luck to hit him.
There you go. All right. Yes, we now established. I just read a thing about people figuring out AC. Yes, the AC is now 13 to hit. Everybody knows. 3 points of burning of fleeting luck do hit it. 5 points of damage. And you did on that first one. You did 3, 5. Guess what? You got it in the face. Hey, Suni. You got it in the face, and it falls to the ground, and the tentacles are twitching.
Suni, that shot went out for you, bud.
And
I killed the tentacle dude.
And Scab's body is like twitching and kicking out. And then after a moment, it stops.
Ooh, ooh. Double tap. Yeah, we stab it again. I'm gonna go stab it again.
All right. You can go stick an arrow in it or
Can I
whatever.
retrieve my arrow and then stick it back in? Just to make sure it's dead.
Yeah.
I want to look at it. I want to see if his face is still. Is it like a hat? You know what I mean? Like.
Okay. You go and when you look, you see like there's at the bottom of the squid where the tentacles come out, at the bottom of the carapace, there's like a seal around his neck, and so you can't see his head, but you just see this like mouth latched on all the way around his head.
Oh, it ate his head. There's flying squids that eat your head here.
I don't want to be here anymore.
You say you sure you can't build a boat, Hiram?
I take it back. Maybe we can make something out of that 3 feet of lumber.
Yeah, it's
Grab
like
some rock.
we just like make a platform, and then just all get on the platform. That's kind of like an island.
All just huddled
Right?
together.
It's got pores. Maybe it'll float. Maybe it's buoyant.
All right. So that was the first bad tentacle twist. So there will be a good tentacle twist here on poor Scab's somewhat headless body. He's not really headless. It's just his head is another creature right now.
Oh.
It's like if you I mean it's dead. You can go and try to pry it off if you want.
I am interested in doing that. I think Purefinder's gonna do that because he wants to go over and see what there is to find.
Might be some poo in that man's pants.
That's
If you
kind of what
pick
I
it
was
up.
thinking.
There is human poo in his pants. Yes.
All right, fantastic. Purefinder is going to first attempt with his shovel to pry this creature off of the person's head. If the person's head is even still there.
Okay. You want to like stick something in there and try to pry open this mouth?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my shovel.
Okay. Oh, gross. You get your shovel up in there, and you hear kind of like a sound. If I had to spell it, it would be like THLOK, flock, like that. I'm good with those. And you see the carapace kind of go clunk, like it's loose now.
Cool. I want to stab it with the shovel until it comes off.
All right. You go to you take out the shovel and you go to put it in there again.
I hope this body
and pop
isn't
it off.
important to anybody.
And
We could
were
use it as a
attached
boat.
to him, but
We could use it as a boat.
now he's an abomination.
we were
So
attached
he
to him, but
floats.
not as much as this thing is.
Yeah.
So the clamp, the seal around its neck has like popped open because the thing is dead, and it looks like you could slide this off of his head.
Oh, that's someone. Legion Necros has said we should give him CPR.
No.
You might be a little late for that.
CPR.
CPR, mateys.
Really raising the bar.
He's deader than the Dead Sea.
Or does anybody know how to make a kayak?
Out of a corpse.
So this 4-foot squid, it's like 2 feet of carapace and 2 feet of tentacles. Kind of Purefinder gets it slid off his head, and you see Scab's head inside, but there's like tendrils connected to Scab's temples from the squid creature.
Oh.
Ooh.
I don't want anything to do with that anymore.
And his eyes are completely white.
Oh.
And he was on our ship.
Oh.
Everybody recognizes him?
Right, Scabs. You were the quartermaster.
Hey, thanks, Wrong Town.
Oh, another
Thanks
gift
so much.
sub. My gosh.
You
Someone's
guys are on fire.
bucking to keep us on indefinitely. Goodman Games is going to be like, what happened on this stream?
Well, just to see there was a squid.
See, there was a man with a squid hat.
It started on a dark
Say no
and
more.
mysterious
Say no more.
island, and
Say no
then
more.
things got weird.
Aye, Scabs were the quartermaster.
Oh.
Oh, Scabs was the quartermaster. Cool.
He was the only officer among us.
Oh.
Or no, he were the master gunner. Master gunner.
Master
Oh,
Gunner.
Master Gunner.
Yeah. All right. I gotta
Would have
open
been
up
dead
PDF.
useful if he'd survived.
Oh. Okay.
So,
Captain's log. Jeez.
aside from Scab's body and the squid, there's the 3-foot long metal rod that's about 2 inches in diameter.
Oh, yeah.
And there's some other stuff that's going to be.
Nier is going to pick that up because it almost got him.
All right. Give me a luck check when you pick it up.
Oh, man.
Oh, thank you so much, Wrong Town.
Are you kidding me? You're going to kill me just by picking up a weapon?
Yes.
Come on.
No.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
What? What did you
Thank you,
forget
Wrong
about?
Town. The spark stick.
The spark stick.
Yeah,
You,
I failed that.
you get a jolt that petrifies your arm,
Oh.
and you drop it, and you're like, ooh, but you didn't take any damage.
Okay, good.
You were like, oh, which side was he holding? And then when you look at it, you see that there's like 2 metal prongs on the one side, and on the other side, there's like a curved, what looks like probably a grip, and there's like something you might put your thumb on.
Oh. Huh.
Like a button.
Well, you don't really know what buttons are, do you?
Okay. No, I sure don't.
But yes, like a button. It's basically a
Okay.
button. It's a button. The hardest button to button. Dun, dun, dun,
Ooh, ooh.
dun, 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 dun.
Well,
Okay.
Is anybody else going to try picking this up? Splat, the royal fool says.
Your
I think
finder's there.
all
Your
3
finder will
sailors
try.
are still like 20 paces away and just like enjoying this the show of you guys being taken out by this.
You're so
guy.
just the squid hat people thing is just like Tuesday for you guys.
Very
Now,
Weird
just gonna let you go.
stuff happens. in
we'll
the
let them
sea.
figure it out, eh?
Weird shit happens on the ocean.
What's a
Gets
pirate's
lonely at sea.
favorite math problem? It's a pi radical.
Goodness.
Hey, Father Jay.
Sorry, Ansel.
Wow.
There you go. Beat
All right,
that
so-
one, everybody.
Splat the fool's gonna reach down to grab it himself,
Okay.
and I'll roll for him.
Success.
Right, success.
You buy one. You pick it up. Splat picks it up and kind of looks at it, and accidentally pushes the button, and like blue sparks shoot out about 2 inches from the 2 prongs at the other end. Looks like lightning. It could be called a lightning stick, perhaps. Lightning stick. That's what she said.
Ooh, all right.
Indeed.
Some
They
fun
die by
games
accident.
here.
We're taking that off their corpses.
Wrong Town's just dropping gift subs on
Oh
everybody.
my goodness.
Gift sub for you. It's like, and another Toyota Camry.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's Australian too.
Goodness.
Oh hell yeah. Andy Donna is Australian. Yep. Did you see that they were responsible for all
Bees.
those what we
The
call
monoliths, yeah, because they
The
were spelling out
monoliths.
a big A.
Yeah. That's
Oh.
awesome.
Okay.
Did not see that.
Also, on now that I have the PDF on, and we've wasted enough time for me to get to where I have to be. Thanks everybody. Thanks for playing along. The Master Gunner's Scabs also has a piece of bar shot, a spyglass, a powder vial, and some chain shot. That's all part of the first bonus tentacle twist for you all, is that he had all this stuff. I'll write it down. Bar shot, chain shot, a powder vial, which I mean black powder, a spyglass, which is going to be pretty darn
So
useful.
who's rifling through this guy's pockets?
Pure Finder can.
And are they holding the shocking stick while they're touching the black powder?
No, the Splats wandered off with his stick. He's enamored with it.
Pure Finder
Trying to
does not have the stick.
trying to zap Plenus with it. Come here, come here, come here. All right. On top of that, you're going to get some bonus equipment from one of the other tentacle twists. And somehow everything that was on Scab's like belt and pouch and stuff all stayed there. Additionally, Pure Finder, you're doing the searching. Why don't you roll me a d20?
For sure.
Just a plain old d20.
There we go. D20.
14. There's a longsword underneath
Oh.
him. Must have been
Man.
tucked in the
What?
back of his
How did that even happen?
You
belt.
found a bunch of
I
stuff
shoveled him
after
up.
he died.
Yeah, you were like rolling them over to see if there were any belt pouches of coin,
Nice.
Oh.
Good technique.
and there was 3 gold pieces, 4 silver, and 6 copper.
Suddenly, Karth is at your side. Yes, I see. He had some coin on him.
Arthur's the noble.
Is that-
I'll put it in there. 3 gold, 6 silver, 4. Oh no, 4.
I remember giving that. Losing some coin to that man in cards. That's my money.
Oh.
That might very well be true.
Pure Finder will hand Karth 2 copper pieces. There you are.
Everything's a drum.
The rest of it
It's not a
The
drum.
drum.
goes into the
Everything's a
bag of
drum.
poop.
Rub-pum-pum-pum.
Everything goes where? Pure Finder?
Everything else goes in the bag of poop.
All right.
Pure
Except for the
Finder.
2 coppers that he just
And
gave
your
to
name
Karth.
is Pure Finder, huh? You're going in the book.
Pure Finder.
Pure Finder, the Pure Finder.
Keep my eye on you, shit boy.
Dog shit boy.
Thank you. Well,
Is Pure Finder a boy or girl? Or
boy.
okay.
Other dog shit they.
Dog shit day, yes.
Alrighty.
Beck is
I've
definitely
been
eyeing
canceled
up Pure
8
Finder.
times.
I'm gonna pop us back over to the Hex Island map here for both us and for the audience to see. Oh, I can get rid of that Scab's dead body there.
Bye, Scabs.
All right, we're now down to. Okay, cool. And so the cliff face is leaning over on you, and Gutenberg had said if we try to go around, we might find a way up.
Is around away from the Squid Man?
Well, around is all in towards the island, and he's laying right by the shore, right by the water, lapping up
Yes,
against him.
whatever takes us away from him.
Yeah. So this one right here, boom. If you see on the map.
My characters are all suddenly very anxious to leave and get moving.
Okay.
I say
No.
we go north.
Sounds good.
You go north, and you kind of find, like a like a crack in the stone that you think you could all climb up, and it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a hassle, but you believe you could make it up.
Has anyone got any rope?
I don't think so.
Who takes ropes on vacations? I
Is
don't.
there any rope among the flotsam? I guess it would be
Oh,
lying.
that's a good question.
It'd be a luck check. No, the sail and the rigging had torn away from the mast piece that made it to the beach with you. So you're gonna have to everyone's gonna have to climb.
I have 20 feet of tightrope.
Oh, that would work.
Oh,
That's high tension type
That's
stuff.
basically rope.
Yes. That's Splat, actually, not me. Splat has it. Oh.
What do you got 20 feet
We
of
need
rope
rope.
there for, Lich?
making a tightrope, of course.
You're right. In my streaming studio. Yeah, so the good news is
got
the
pretty
rope
decent score.
will forego any rolls. Somebody gets up there with the rope and can help everybody else up. Climbing the ridge puts you on the edge of a large crater about a mile in diameter. The ridge itself rises with a gentle slope roughly 100 feet to where you stand, putting the crater floor below sea level. The crater is a hellish landscape of melted rock, toppling slag towers, crumbling ground, lava pools, and fire. The air is acrid and smells of burning metal. At the bottom of the crater, in the center, there's some strange structure. And from where you are, it looks like a large cylinder jutting out of the crater floor at an odd angle.
This is far away, right? This is.
It's
that-
about a
that
half
is-
mile away.
Okay.
So
And
you're
in between.
But it's so large that you can see it. You're just not sure at all what it is. However, we did just get something that will help everyone get an idea of what it is.
We did.
You did.
Is it the shanty stick?
No. It's the spyglass.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got that spyglass.
Purefinder will either use the spyglass or hand it to whoever would like to use the spyglass.
Does Pathfinder have a working eye?
I believe so.
Purefinder.
Purefinder, what did I say?
Pathfinder.
Pathfinder, yeah.
That's close.
Pure
It's close
finder.
enough.
If you have a
Same-
working
same
eyeball,
thing,
you
yeah.
can try it yourself.
I believe I have at least one, maybe four. I'm not sure.
Might be some eyeballs in the poop bag. You never know.
You never know.
Yeah, so it's just a terrible place. It's what you imagine the afterlife for evil people, or the place where demons come from, to look like.
Lazarus!
Fire, lava, horrible smells, some giant thing in the middle, and with the spyglass, you see people moving around beneath that oddly angled cylinder in the center of the island.
Are they normal looking people, or are they... Oh,
It's hard to tell from Salty Sea Suni.
I think we're getting twisted.
yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Suni, is that a thumbs up or thumbs down tentacle twist?
Yeah. Tentacle twist.
Does any of that stuff look buoyant
Any of the stuff where?
down in the crater? The obelisk or any of the stuff the people are working with?
No, it all looks like
Is
stone.
it a good twist?
Yeah, Suni, is that a good one or a bad one? I mean, I know what I would think that set of...
It's
He's not...
it's
Drop
why.
it. Twist it. Turn it.
Twist it, turn it.
Lick it. Wait, what?
Suni, you figure out if you want something good or something bad to eat
I
something
was gonna
bad.
say it's
Bad.
Suni.
It's bad.
Of course, it's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be bad, yeah.
All right.
That's how we know.
Thank
if Suni
you,
is like
Suni.
kidnapped and needs help, we'll know that it's his code word when he's like, "No, make it be a good one."
Yeah, he'll say something
Go
like,
save Suni.
no, everything's fine here, thank you, and then we know he's in trouble.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice
We'll be like,
day.
What a minute, what just happened? That's the
You're
signal.
not causing destruction and mayhem. That's not the real Suni.
Okay, let's see. Should we continue or should we take a break first? Because I know what's going to happen on the bad twist.
We can do
So
our break now. Oh,
the
go
people
ahead.
who are poodling around underneath the giant cylinder look like normal people. They're like normal human coloration and not like squid head alien
It's really
things.
kind of smoky, and the air is very thick and heavy, and it's much warmer
okay.
on this side of the ridge than it was on the other side, even though the sand and beach were warmer. So it's even warmer here.
Well, she's saying what the people look like.
Right.
Yeah. It's kinda hazy,
It's a
so I
half
can't
mile
really
away
tell.
with a spyglass, and it's
Oh,
hazy
okay.
and smoky and
So
stuff.
you just see figures.
And I only have between 1 and 4 good eyes. So
Right. If you had
1d4.
6, it would have been perfect.
I have 1d4.
I have 1d4 of good eyes.
So you just see figures. What do you see? What do you see?
Figures moving about in the mist near that large cylinder.
There's
The cylinder is so
people
big
down
it kind
there.
of rises
While,
up out of the mist, and like the whole crater is covered in mist itself.
So while Purefinder is looking through the spyglass, that was Karth that was encouraging him to look. Karth is attempting to pick his pocket and get that gold back.
from the poop bag?
Is that where you put it? The poop
Yeah.
bag?
I did.
He's trying to take the poop bag. See, Karth don't care.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. All right, here we go.
I only put the money in the poop bag. Everything else is just on his person.
I got a 16.
Purefinder, give me
Must be intelligence, wouldn't it? Or
yeah,
Maybe.
I'll say intelligence. How focused they are on what they're doing mentally at this moment.
right.
Train?
Yes.
13.
You don't really notice that your poop bag got a little lighter. What did you do, Karth? How did you tell me how you got it or what you did?
Well, I came up. I was like, "What? You look. What do you see?" And I get him to say that while I'm doing that, I'm untying
It's like-
the little poop bag. I'm and then feel around, and it's right at the top, stuck in the poo.
It's warm and
Yep.
moist.
Kind of go. So I bring a little poo out with me too, and I just shove it in my pocket as quick as possible.
Oh, free poo.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's warm and moist like the cliff.
It did. The poop on top did just come from scabs, so that is human poop.
it's true.
Freshly squeezed scab poop.
It's pure.
I got that.
It's fresh and natural.
3
That
gold.
means
Did
it's
I get?
healthy.
Did I get all 3 gold?
Yeah, because you passed
Okay.
3 by the intelligence check. You're agility over her intelligence.
3 gold and 2 copper,
There you go.
And a bit of poop, bit of scabs
A little
poop.
bit.
and a bit of poop.
There you go. All right.
Now,
Well-
as we're
We
looking
figured that
down
out
into
before
the
break.
into the pit,
A rumbling rises up from your feet, and as you all look down, the stone cracks, and you all begin sliding the 100 feet towards the crater face. This is the tentacle
Good
twist. Tentacle twist.
You mean
Everyone,
you're gonna kill my people.
each of the choose
Sounds
the
like a good cliffhanger
choose your. Oh yeah.
for a break.
Perfect. It's perfect.
Cool.
The rock gives way, and the entire party starts sliding uncontrollably down the 100-foot face. Will
Say
they
it.
survive? Will they? Will
Fear finder.
Near finally meet his end? Find out when we come back. In how long are we taking?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
That's the.
All right, let me get into studio mode so I can fix the intermission to take the 5-minute clock off and change it to a 10-minute clock. All I have to do is change the media source from the 5-minute to the...
who will survive?
10
Who
minutes.
will loot whose corpse?
And who will end up with the bag of poop?
Next on
The,
Swashbucklers.
the real prize is a bag of poop with some money in
Some
it.
highbrow...
Who's gonna try to pick my pocket to get that poopy coin?
Some highbrow stuff we got going on here, bruh. Yes, all brought to you by Goodman Games, who has absolutely no say over what we are doing, aside from keep it kind of clean.
That's for the poop bag.
I let my daughter, who's 6, watch like The Day My Butt Went Psycho and Captain Underpants, and that's all fart jokes, poop jokes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The Day My Butt Went Psycho. I remember that show.
Oh my God, she
No, I
loved
know
it,
that
and then
one.
they took
I'm
it
gonna
off.
have to look that up now.
I do not know where the 10-minute timer. Oh, it's probably the one that says 10 minutes.
It's a good one.
There we go. All right.
Tricky.
Might be.
Yeah. All right, 10 minutes, and we'll be back to find out who lives and who dies.
We'll sail for 10,000 miles. We'll sail for 10,000 more. We'll drink and we'll fight and we'll sail all night. Sail for 10,000 miles. We'll tack through 1,000 more storms. We'll tack through 1,000 storms more. Heave ho through the day and the devil will pay. Tack through 1,000 more storms. We'll sail for 10,000 miles. We'll sail for 10,000 more. We'll drink and we'll fight and we'll sail all night. Sail for 10,000 miles. We'll starve for 50 more leagues. We'll starve for 50 leagues more. We've been chewing our boots, sipping saltwater soup. We'll starve for 50 more leagues. We'll sail for 10,000 miles. We'll sail for 10,000 more. We'll drink and we'll fight and we'll sail all night. Sail for 10,000 miles. We'll thirst for one watch more. Thirst for one watch more. We've been drinking our piss and we'll have no more of this. Thirst for one watch more. Now the ship is all ours. The ship is no longer yours. And we'll keep you alive lest another man dies. The ship is no longer yours, sir. Sail for 10,000 miles. We'll sail for 10,000 more. We'll drink and we'll fight and we'll sail all night. Sail for 10,000 miles. We'll sail for 10,000 miles. We'll sail for 10,000 miles.
Hey there, TJ Cyclops here. Do you like extreme dungeon crawling? I sure do. You might like X-Crawl. It turns dungeon crawling into a big arena sport, and you catch it live here on Goodman Games Official every Thursday. You might also like Viva La Dungeon. It's the only battle royale dungeon crawling game show powered by Dungeon Crawl Classics. It's every Tuesday on the Liching Hour. Swing by and drop some dungeon bombs.
OMG, hi! Have you heard about the Apoca Beep Roadshow? It's not like other shows. And you can catch it on Saturdays at 10 p.m. Eastern on the Liching Hour. It's fun and a little weird.
I was a sailor boy, and a tale to you I'll tell. It's all about the things I saw down in the diving bell. Down in the diving bell at the bottom of the sea, there lives a pretty mermaid the fishermen like to see.
And so I said to the hat maker, oh, hey, we're back.
So I says to him, I says,
I was sitting here smelling my fingers the whole time.
What did Scabs have for dinner? All right. Hi, everybody. We're back. We've been refreshed. I've got a really cool mug to drink out of. I was 2/3 of the way to a Moscow Mule, and so I found a lime, and here we are.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. When we left just minutes ago, the cliffhanger was actually a cliff slider. Avalanche! And the whole party started sliding the 100 feet down to the crater floor. So I will just take Cleanus, who is representing the party, and you are right here, sliding at a fairly steep angle down towards the floor. Each character will have to make an agility check. Trained, because it's to save your life.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
very generous of you.
Can I do that from here? Yeah, I should be able to.
Yeah, right from the character sheet.
Agility, you said, right?
Yep, agility for each one.
That is not a... Okay.
Oh.
I'm waiting.
Each situation's
Okay.
going to be unique, so.
So here's Bonnie. Here comes Bonnie, the thespian. And then Karth.
Here's hoping gravity's grading on a curve.
Splat, who's yelling, "Wee!" And here's Near.
All right. I'm going to scroll back up, and we're going to start with Snakes was the first one. Got a 3.
Yep.
Ends up taking, at the end, just 1 point of damage. Looks really terrible doing it, but manages to not get impaled by a huge sharp shard of, like, obsidian. But takes a point of damage getting cut on the way down. Next up is Beck, who did slightly better, but not good enough. Oh my gosh, that might be a death. 4 points of damage.
Yep, that Beck is not gonna make it. Poor Beck, the cabin boy.
Beck gets it right through the neck.
Oh.
He had some good stuff too. Some loot my body.
Let's see. Pure Finder makes it look like they've done avalanche skiing before and just gets on a big rock and rides it all the way down with that 18. Hiram and Patches survive. Gutenberg, does not look pretty. Oh, another 4 points of damage for Gutenberg.
Oh no.
Raven makes it. Bonnie.
Mine are bad, dude. Bonnie, yeah, so what's Bonnie got to spend? She's got 3 fleeting luck.
I forgot
I
about
put her at 8. And then
Forgot about
what else could she spend luck-wise?
We can retcon. Let's see. The 3s would probably not be able to do it. Beck could maybe miss the impaling. Gutenberg and Snakes are gonna be dead with being that low. Bonnie, how much do you have to burn?
Well, see, I have 3 fleeting luck, and I've got 11 luck.
Oh, Suni says, how about a reroll?
Ooh.
I do have, I have basically 80 bits and tentacle twists here.
Oh,
Oh, Suni just
Here comes
said,
some
here's
more.
10 bits for who? Who gets a reroll?
While we're waiting for that, I have a really quick question.
Yes.
So on Snake's character sheet, in the big hit points box, it said 3, but in the max HP box, it said 2. Which
That's weird.
one is correct?
We go with the, I probably added the agility
Strategy.
or the stamina and
Oh.
didn't put in the max. So 3, whichever one is higher, the 3 would be it.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
Father Jay.
Actually, 3 of my people are going to die out of my 4 if I don't get saved.
It's funny. Suni is now saving people that he killed, technically. just to remind you here, Suni, this is your bad tentacle twist.
I'm going to re-roll Splat. If he's giving it to me, I'm going to re-roll for Splat. The Royal Fool.
Okay.
Well, actually,
I would.
he's got 5 hit points.
I would roll somebody else. Suni giveth and Suni take it away. At the bottom, you all are faced with a skull full of some strange liquid.
Yeah. You would, you'd say, okay, well, Bonnie has better hit points than Near. Near might just be a lost cause at this point, so I'll re-roll for Bonnie.
All right, there you go. Reroll for Bonnie.
14.
All right, yeah. The first half of Bonnie's slide down looks like she's going to put her eye out with a really sharp rock, but she gets it together and she makes it down.
Ooh.
So let's see.
Then Karth rolled a 13.
Karth rolled a 13. He's fine. He looks pretty good going down. Splat.
Yeah. So Splat has 4 fleeting luck. Can he use that will that help him?
4 fleeting luck will do it. It's not pretty. He kind of tumbles down. Not the I meant to tumble down. More of the rolling down.
There's a couple honks.
Some noises that shouldn't come from living beings.
Stuff coming from the bag he has of fun things.
There's like juggling pins flying out of his bag.
Juggling pins. Yes.
Meanwhile, Purefinder's down there, full gymnastic landing, and then.
You swear the horn and stuff from Splat says "Ba, ba, ba, ba," when Purefinder lands.
And then I think
Messing up my landing, dude.
Near's just gonna be gone.
Near. You're just
The
gonna
falconer.
take that 5?
Well, no. Okay, hold on.
I mean,
can-
all
we
I
can
have to do is roll, and Near's dead.
Right. So, but Near has no fleeting luck because I spent it. He has 7 luck, so I could spend it all, just for the heck of it, to see how long he lasts. Right? No, he could spend 5 of it. I'll spend 5 of his luck.
All right. Near was not being a super athletic type, was startled by the rumbling stone and then caught off guard when the cliff face slid away, and is not graceful. Everybody sees Near coming down. I think Near, the reason that Near's parents named Near is because even as a child, he was always near death.
Yeah. My stamina is -1 and my luck is -3. So he's It's surprising he's still alive.
Soon says he only bought 100 bits and they're all here to shake things up. Well, you did. You shook a cliff face loose and then you saved somebody.
So good.
All right, so Near gets some bumps and some bruises, but manages to like miss all the sharp bits as Plenus just kind of coasts down, and you think Plenus is laughing at you? You're not quite sure.
I can tell when he's laughing at me.
Then
Shut up, Plenus.
He's like, if you had
Plenus,
wings,
stop.
all you needed was wings.
So,
Vodka gives you wings.
Gutenberg, can you save Gutenberg? Or is that...
Gutenberg's alive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, Gutenberg rolled ridiculously high for HP.
I think it was just Beck
Oh, I see what you mean.
and
Okay, got you.
Snakes.
Snakes is also still alive because Snakes only took 1 point of damage.
Oh, that's right.
Did Hiram and Patches make it as well?
Hiram and Patches are totally fine. You passed it right from the get-go, so they're all right.
So Ansel lost another
Well,
character.
so if Beck blows two fleeting luck, is that going to be enough to pull
It's
him
pretty
out of
close. The point of that sharp stone went from middle of the throat to edge of the throat, but that's where we keep our jugular.
You can spend your luck.
You could burn 1 more point of luck, regular luck, and that'll be so. The way that works is
Oh yeah.
you burn the luck, and then it's permanently gone right now. but it doesn't affect the modifier. So what I suggest in Roll20 is to take it off of your max luck, because that won't change any other die rolls.
All right. And then I roll luck.
Oh, or you can not do that because Suni just gave a luck point to everybody, and you can use that luck point
Nice.
to
Thanks,
save
Suni.
Beck. Beck is like, oh, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. Closes his eyes, and the rock shifts away from the point, and it just nicks the top of his shoulder as it goes by, and he's like, I swear to God, I'm dead. And he's lying on the ground like, tell me how bad it is, Doc. Tell me how bad. I know I'm dying.
You're fine.
Fine? What do you mean fine? Is that a new technical term?
Oh, I'm not a doctor.
Hair is fine.
Well, I know that.
Suni, this is like a weird relationship thing. Like, I caused the cliff face to fall off. you are all in my power.
No, wait, I didn't want you to die.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just wanted you to.
Thank you so much.
Deification
Wanted you to
is in the heart.
respect my power.
I appreciate you so much because I almost died.
This is getting really weird. We're gonna move on.
Problematic, yeah.
All right. Having slid down, having the cliff slide down and you all go with it, you're roughly about a third of the way. Want to do more? I have some tentacle twists saved up that are at my leisure. Suni says, I wanted you guys to scrape your knees a bit, then kiss it better. You go ahead and run through that gravel pit. I'll be here to
Why
pick
is
you
all
up.
bicycle?
TPK.
Dude, this is DCC, man. Anything is a TPK.
This is the
That's
kind
true.
of stuff that
Rick,
makes
I
you
came
lose
into
characters.
this game expecting a TPK.
Somebody drops a pencil, it bounces off the eraser and kills somebody else.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
haven't finished the funnel yet. Ugh.
Well, there's ample opportunities for me to kill you. But you seem to have made it about a quarter of the way from closer to that structure, but now you're all the way below sea level, as a matter of fact, in this bowl of the crater with the hellish landscape of the melted stone and the tumbling towers and the lava and the fire and the poisonous gas and such.
Hiram turns to the crowd and he's like, and I hate to play the expert card, but we are now far away from getting back to sea.
I think he was talking to y'all.
Is there anything we can make a boat out of? Maybe drag it back? You don't think we can get back up this?
Look around you.
All right.
The path, the kind of crack. Now you know why there was a crack in between the rock that you were like, oh, how fortunate that we found this crack. Well, that it's gone. The whole thing caved in on itself.
Oh, that's why.
Is it in danger of letting the
Tectonics.
ocean in?
No, because you happen to be on that beach, so it's far enough away and high enough up that the water isn't going to come pouring out soon.
So just like. Okay. Did you say that there were toppled buildings around here?
Toppled like slag towers,
Obelisk.
like
Oh.
rock had melted and thrown up into the air and
And then
became tower.
solidified.
Yeah, and then just started crumbling because it wasn't like engineered to be that.
Gotcha. Awesome. Well,
Your water is in another castle. Yeah, hey, what happened to you? Why did you get...
I tried you in Zoom chat, but we're not
small.
paying. Nobody pays attention
No,
to Zoom chat.
it's
I saw it,
literally
and I was like,
off
I
the
can
screen
trust that.
for me, so I don't even see
Yeah.
it pop up.
That's what I
I'm so
figured. So I
sorry.
was like, I know we're paying attention to chat.
That was Suni's other tentacle twist is shrink the lich.
Smallish.
Mini lich.
honey, I shrunk the lich.
I'm sorry. There you go. There you go.
Thank you.
I know everybody has size issues. I mean, in the frame,
In the
frame.
which
yeah.
is weird. During the break, Ansel turned his camera off, and then after I moved everybody around, Lich tells me like, "Oh, the last Zoom update allows you to drag people where you need them," and I was like, "Son of a bitch!" So I was going to say, Ansel, don't turn your camera off, but now it doesn't matter. I can fix it.
It doesn't matter.
immediately. So that's good to know. Thanks, everybody. That's my OBS rant for the day.
Today we learned.
I'm so small in my window. How much is that tiny lich in the window? All right. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's all good.
All right. You have somewhat safely made it to the crater floor of this island that should not be. Whatever shall you do?
So there are creatures over by that obelisk?
From
Yes.
what was seen through the spyglass, it looks like bipedal humanoids.
People,
People. It was hazy. But yeah.
let's go.
the best.
Adventure. They might have pure to find.
I might have a boat or something to eat.
Pure Finder would like to load ahead.
I suspect if there are people here, they got here somehow, so they must have a ship.
Maybe.
Let's
Or
go.
maybe they just
I
crash
grant
landed
it's
here
less
like we
certain
did.
than them having some poo for you to dig through.
Arthur's just going to start walking.
Okay. You can see that each hex
Arrogantly.
is about 250 feet, give or take. So you're about, from the thing itself, about 1,500 feet. But it's hazy and it's hard to see what's ahead, just like it was over on the island. Any one of you should be able to move the party if you want to discuss and decide which hex you want to go to next.
Oh, geez. We're at that kind of thing where like,
It's
oh,
like a
don't,
mini hex
don't pick
crawl.
the wrong hex.
Mini hex crawl. Well, who knows? Maybe they're all the wrong hex.
Remember, J's used to be eyes.
Is that bookbinder knowledge you're dropping on us?
No, that's
The Latin alphabet was missing 3 letters.
I wouldn't say it was missing. I think they did just fine without them.
That's true, they didn't mind.
Who needs a Z?
start here.
Well,
Here.
Carthy's just walking straight out.
Are we this X? Oh, that just disappeared.
Oh no,
You're the-
we're
you're the-
we're the Falcon.
You're the Falcon or
I
parrot.
was trying
or,
to draw.
It's either
Oh,
like
yeah, we are.
a pirate
I do not
parrot
appear
or,
to have ability to move the Falcon.
Nor do I, but I can draw on the Falcon.
You could just all. Here we can. I'll number them and we'll. You can vote. 1,
Okay.
2, 3. That 2 is really terrible.
Is that what that is?
I got it.
Or-
There you go. I fixed it. Quiet. Jehovah used to be spelled Yahweh. Well, thanks.
2
Calvin.
seems to be the most direct route to the
thing.
Thingy.
The thing.
the structure.
Thingy.
I agree. Two
Do we wanna
seems
go
like
here,
the
or
most
do we wanna
direct
go-
route.
To like here.
So, I'm gonna ping the map. So here looks like where the thing is connected to the ground, and here looks like something is being assembled underneath the thing.
You can see that from here.
That's spyglass information from right before the cliff face fell.
Gotcha.
Because
Yeah,
if you can see the people, you would see the structure they're building.
Yeah, I'd like to go to where the people are working on things.
Okay.
Because where there's people, there's pure to find.
I've got a weird hobby.
Sure, we could buy some food from them.
Hobby. That's
Not a hobby, it's a
job.
vocation, sir.
You'd
I
be
stand
alarmed.
My life's calling.
You'd be alarmed what you're wearing, reading, looking at, or eating that's made out
Ooh,
of
who's
poop.
doing the arrows? I like that. I like
Me.
that path.
That-
Let's do that.
This one, it was something like
Sure.
this.
Sure.
That works
Well,
for me.
but we want to. We're stop short of the building.
There does seem
Check
to
it out.
be a large piece of rock right there that you might be able to get to and then observe.
Oh, we could like hide behind it.
Yes.
Just make sure there's no
Okay,
more of
here.
those squid
Here
things.
is where the
It's there. Oh,
Oh,
that
okay.
looks inappropriate.
There's been worse. parrot. And move me keeps disappearing. Don't mind where the falcon is. It's a very colorful falcon.
Plenus, don't leave us.
No.
He's like, I'm out of here.
Oh.
Later, bipedals. So you want to get to there is what you're saying.
Yes.
Oi.
So you could like do this and do that and do that, or
That sounds good to me.
yeah. So here 3 hexes and then 3 hexes and then 2 hexes. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna label this one 1, 2, 3 A. Or not if Roll20 doesn't want to.
There you go.
1,
That
2,
looks like
3.
an A.
Thanks.
Or a backwards F.
B. And then
Write down V with a mistake in it.
good enough.
Oh,
Is
I
this,
see it now.
Let me see if this is all.
well played, chill out corner.
OBS.
Well played.
OBS. All right, good. Okay, so I'll just drag the map down, and then chat can see the whole thing. Okay, cool. So the party has decided that they're going to go up to A, diagonally over to B, and then head up to the several circles, which is a large rock outcropping. They believe they can hide behind. So.
Oh, bye.
While moving to A, I should probably roll it first, huh? It doesn't matter if I roll it's a GM or not. When you get to A, coming from the east, you see several. Oh, I'm gonna have to roll real dice so you don't know how many there are. Several humanoids, several people are coming from the east there.
I don't like how it sounds like a giant handful of tiny D6s.
Are they wearing squids as
Yeah, right. Yeah, can we tell?
I want to show you. This is my dice bag. It's Game of Thrones. Notice there's only 3 houses on it, because Baratheons are upstart losers. There's just Stark Lannister.
All right.
That's how old that dice bag is. There were no Baratheons. All right, so back to the game.
They won it fair and square, though.
Well, in the battle, yes, in the books, they deserved to have the honor. Okay. You see a handful of creatures moving towards you. Actually, they're not really moving toward you. They're moving more in a like this direction.
Okay.
Do they have squids on their heads?
Give me an intelligence check, because they're about 1,000 feet away.
Why don't you look in their little spyglass there, Pure Finder?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That will give you a bonus.
Ooh.
Pure Finder will look with his spyglass.
Real dice. The goal is to have 2 cameras,
Shots
and
fired.
then
Intelligence, right?
yes. Goal is to have 2 cameras, and one will always be dice. Watch
Oh,
the
what?
Liching Hour every once in a while. Lich does a really good job of rolling dice on camera. Oh my gosh! Even with the bonus, you're like, you've got like your finger in front of it, and you can't figure out.
I don't.
It's all blurry. I'm not sure what's
It's
going on.
blur. I don't know if I'm using this
You need to
correctly.
clean the
but-
poo
Let's
off
move
it.
on it.
Even when you take
Clean
your
the poo off
you
it.
wipe your finger. Yeah, you like remove your finger to wipe
Oh.
it, but now there's poop smeared on it. So you're like, oh, I don't know.
Well,
Several.
heck. I was gonna say well poop, but I figured that was a little too on the nose.
Does it look more or less like the rest of your life?
Less, actually.
Oh.
All right.
It's cleaner.
Cleaner than the inside of the poop bag. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's where we're at. You see some. What do you want to do? You can.
I can hand the spyglass to somebody else if somebody else would like to give it a shot.
Here, give it to me. Karn
You might want to wipe
Karn
off
takes
the
it.
Garlic.
lens.
Karth shines the end. And he's not very smart though.
Oh, But he's smart enough to count 1, 2, 3, 4 people, kind of not looking left or right, but simply moving straight towards that thing in the center of the crater, center of the island.
How many fleeting luck points would I have to spend in order to know whether or not they have squids on their heads?
I didn't know the fleeting luck.
Is that a one more?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Spent.
2 syllables.
All right. 1 syllable sounds like 1.
1? 2. Got it.
All right, you got it. And yes, they do.
Sweet.
And you see, for that, since it's a fleeting luck point, I'll give you a little more information. You see a couple of those long 3-foot metal rods, and some other things. Some of them are wearing tattered clothes that look like people you were just partying with, but earlier today, Falconer, or and 2 of them have like
You mean
a
playing
weird,
cards with, maybe?
like
Not
a
so much
weird
party.
one-piece outfit on, and something
spacey.
else hanging from their belts.
Hmm.
What is space? What is this?
Some more of those squid folk. Bad feeling about this place we're going to. I wonder if they trade, though.
Here's hoping. Well, you've got a bow and arrow. I recommend you use it. We've seen
I've
what
got
those
a
sticks
shovel.
will do.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Let us
to.
go.
We're gonna want to go slow.
Yeah.
So if we move to B now, will they see us? If we move parallel with them?
If you move to B, oops, that's the wrong thing. I wanted that. So, like, if you move and they move, they get a little closer, because right now you're about 1,000 feet, give or take.
Mm.
But when you move to the next hex, and they move to their next hex, I misjudged that. There. When you get to B, they have an opportunity to see you.
An opportunity, though, not a guarantee.
Can we move a little slower than them?
It's kind of all open ground right now,
Oh,
so you can move a little slower. That'll be fine.
how many of them are? 3,
4.
4. Oh, that's
Would
a
we
lot.
be able to use the dust to like kick up a screen?
I like that.
It is kind of, remember, it's kind of smoky and hazy already. There's no dust. This floor of the crater is like very smooth black glass almost.
Oh.
It's got ripples and stuff in it, which makes it easier to walk on. But it's
Meaning people have been in recently.
it's not like a lot of stone that you've seen in the past.
Is it melting our shoes? Do we need to
Not
be
where
worried
you're
about that?
standing right now. I rolled for
Cool.
that. I rolled for that.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. Wonderful.
Oh, good to know.
Encouraging.
All right. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot if it's just black glass. Let's continue.
I think that's our best bet.
Okay.
Can we do anything to be more stealthy as we wander aimlessly?
Well, what if
across
we
this
just
open
what if we just
expanse?
wait right now and let them go on for a bit?
Oh, that's a good idea. Just sort of stay still. If you stay still,
Yeah.
they won't see you.
That could work.
They get even closer at that point. When they get to that final hex, they're only 500 feet away, as
We
opposed to
wanna move,
being
like, back here
750.
behind this little mountain thing.
What if we go wait, let them pass? Oh, all right. Well, they seem to be just focused on going forward, right? Can we go up behind them?
They seem
we
pretty
go-
focused on. They're not looking left or right or anything. They're just trudging across toward. Oh,
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Suni gave you a good tentacle twist. Oh, Suni,
He's
you're,
like-
you're gonna like this.
Tired of listening to them talk about how they're gonna get past these people.
Sooner or later, we'll bore the audience into action.
This game is really for you.
Yeah. All right. So they make it to this next hex while you're hemming and hawing, like, oh my god, what should we do? And then something unexpected happens. I'm going to roll a d3, and we'll see what the unexpected is. It's 1. You hear a high-pitched keening sound, like... kind of sounds like that. And you look over, and you only see 3 creatures.
Okay.
I don't
Cool.
am.
And you see a very bright spot on the ground, which you can only guess is a lava pool that one of them must have walked into. Like, it wasn't there, it wasn't bright before, so maybe the ground cracked and they fell into newly cooled rock or something, and there's a lava pool underneath.
Are we able to discern that that's what that is?
Yeah, you're not that far away, and you've got the spyglass, so you're like you see like weird smoke rising from a patch of like molten rock. Not like actual molten rock.
Yeah, let's like maybe tap with. Does that somebody have like a 10-foot pole or something?
And do we? Okay, here's the vote. We walk to B, we follow them parallel, or we go up and try to talk to them.
Let's
And
go up and try
attack
to
them.
talk to them.
Attack them if we need to. If they attack us,
I would rather, if they're going to attack us, I'd rather us do it here and not over here, where all
'Cause-
the rest of them are.
Karth strongly, in his very bones, believes that anybody, if you show him a little bit of gold, is willing to parlay.
Okay.
He's
not
never
the
met
worst idea
monsters
I've ever
before.
heard.
They are making their way. They didn't even stop for that one that fell in the lava pit, so they are making their way towards this hex now. Parlay.
So do we go and
It's a
see if
guide.
we can meet them here?
Yeah,
Or
just
or
go.
here?
You want to meet him there? Cool.
I like
This
here-ish.
one? Okay.
So
There are more of us.
There are.
I'll put you there.
Significantly.
I figure you want to stay further away from that thing in the center, probably.
Probably, yeah, if we can reach them before
But
then.
you meet them by that rock, by that giant outcropping of rock. Tell me what you do.
Hello! Karth is going to march up. She's going to yell when we get it in the earshot. Hello! We're stranded.
When you get up to there, you notice one of the creatures is dressed in some rather fine clothes that are tattered and torn. Something near you would equate with the rank of like a lady in waiting. Squid head. Another one.
Ready your weapons, just in case.
Hiram notices one of the others to have look like the barber surgeon from the ship. And the third, Pure Finder, knows to be a mudlark, which you look down upon because they pick things of value out of mud, whereas you gather pure. It's dog poop, audience. You gather pure and you sell it to alchemists and the like for profit.
Right.
So you're like, oh, they pick stuff out of the mud.
It's a noble business. I'm not.
So the three of them look to perhaps be people that were on the Stercorarius with you. So
Oh, they're
Karth
shipwrecked as well.
says, hello! Something,
Hello.
something.
Not. What are you doing?
Keep your weapons ready. Well, we might be able to buy ourselves some food, or maybe a way off the island. They're shipwrecked as well.
Yeah, we know them.
And
Right? Even better.
We knew them.
Maybe the one before was, maybe he thought we were aggressive,
and he attacked. We didn't give him a chance to talk. Near shot him in the face.
Oi, what happened to your heads? They're weird, aren't they?
The three of them turn to you as one,
This is going very well.
and we should all roll initiative.
All right.
So they're not talking? Are they giving us some sign that they're going to attack?
Yes, they're drawing whatever weapons they had on them,
Oh shit.
and they literally all turned at the same time and looked at you, and then all started moving towards you with these whatever they have. Like the mudlark has a human bone. Oh my god, it's Viva La Dungeon. Well, technically it's an ulna, it's not a femur. The lady in waiting has a dart that she pulls out from somewhere in her dress and starts brandishing at you all.
Like a throwing dart, or is it a dart on a rope?
It would be like a throwing dart,
Okay.
from a game, from some sort of game.
Okay.
But
Like
that seems
the,
to be her only weapon.
Not like Wuja.
The stun stick I picked up, am I able to add that to my character sheet?
Yes.
Is it a okay.
I can do it. Who's got it?
Splat.
Splat? Okay. I'm in characters right now. Give me just one moment. Splat.
And is it a ranged weapon or a melee weapon?
Hey, Fate Octavia, did you just wake up? Perfect comment to hear when joining the stream. Good morning. It's because somebody was carrying a human bone, but it turns out to be an ulna, not a femur. Let's see. That's going to be a
Ani has a human
melee.
skull for weapon.
Stun.
Yorick's, if you need, of course.
Gonna call it a Yorick. Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him well. He drowned on the Stercorarius.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Damage is... I just put it in there as lightning stick.
Nice.
DC 12 STA. It's a 1d20. It's a d20. It's perfect. Yep. Okay.
Earth is
good.
still talking.
It's in there.
We have some gold. He produces couple of the coins, one of his coins. We have gold. You have food, water. Oh, they're coming this way. Oh,
Yeah?
It's either working or very much not working.
It's hard to
I
tell
love this
because you can't see any expression on these squid carapaces on their heads. They don't emote.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
How much like calamari does it smell?
Are they? Well, it does a little bit.
All right.
Did I roll? Oh, I gotta click.
Got a whopping 4 for my initiative.
Do we
Click
gotta
your,
click our tokens?
yeah. Let me grab some of them for you, and I'll just put them on the edge of the. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab one for each of you. Oh, I mean we're at the. Here, I'll just move you over to this map. That's what I'll do, and then there'll be 3 of them. So you should be able to click on one of your characters there.
Oh, there we are. Ah. No. This way. This way.
We're at 11.
Initiative.
So I'd like what?
Come back.
Someone's gonna spend a little fleeting luck on that. Karth is gonna spend 2 fleeting luck on that to give us a 13. Oh, you rolled a 4. Never mind.
I rolled
Never
a
mind.
4, so yeah, don't
never mind.
worry about it. It's
Yeah,
not the
saw that.
first time today that I've rolled horribly for initiative. As a matter of fact, I rolled a 4, if you recall, for the last encounter. All right, we got everybody in there. On your turn, you'll just go for all of your characters. Snakes and crew. These 3 are just like in lockstep walking towards you, starting to pull out weapons and brandish them at you. The eyes on these hard carapaces are like black and glistening, but you can't really see any recognition or emotion or anything like that.
Cool.
We're not interested in buying weapons.
The Raven the Falconer is gonna pull out her short bow. And can I? You know what? No. She's going to shoot this one.
Did we say last time? Were you allowing our falcons to attack?
I haven't, because I mean, for the most part, they're just for demonstration purposes, right?
Decorative.
They're not like familiars or whatever.
But their falcons are really smart, though.
You don't speak Falconese. They might like some calamari. We'll give them a chance to recognize these things as enemies. Sure.
They're probably not battle falcons, right? Use them to battle
right,
things.
they're not battle
Yeah.
falcons.
Honestly, Raven's surprised that Falcon the Falcon survived.
It just follows you around.
Yeah. I didn't mean to become a falconer, it just sort of happened.
It chose you.
Met this falcon, right? It attached itself to me.
Somehow falconry thrust upon them.
Yeah, you get it.
Yes, that. All right.
Yeah, that.
Snakes.
I'm gonna. Raven's gonna shoot. Them.
That one.
Do I make
Got it.
actions for all 4 of the characters?
You can do them individually, but you'll do all 4 on your turn. Yeah.
Okay. Let me roll to attack before I forget. So I'm just gonna roll attack, and that's short range, I think.
It is short range. The squares on this map aren't really.
Okay.
Whatever. Oh my gosh! Yes, you totally hit. Whacks into the shoulder of the lady in waiting. Does
All right.
3 damage. Yep.
How many arrows am I supposed to have? I'm so sorry. If any. Did I just shoot something?
6.
Okay.
You have 6 more. 6 left.
All right. Okay.
All these technical
Who's that?
questions, everybody.
Pure Finder. Pure Finder is going to I can't do anything with those bar shot or chainsaw shot unless I've got a firearm, is that correct?
Well,
We were using the bar shot as like a blunt weapon.
right, so it's like a melee
really
weapon,
understand
really.
what it is. Okay.
The chain shot, if you were a gunner, you would have some grasp of basic physics, essentially, that would allow you to throw it as a weapon.
Okay.
It's a
But it's like-
cannonball, basically. It's a small
It's like
cannonball.
it's like two like
okay.
2 small cannonballs on a chain used
Right,
for like
okay.
cutting through people and masts at high velocity when shot out of a cannon. Did I
Okay.
get that right, Ansel?
Yep. The idea is that they get unbalanced and spin as they go.
And they rip through the masts,
There's
right?
very little evidence they were ever used, but it's a very cool idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
They had to be super hard to aim properly.
Oh my! You wouldn't
'Cause
be
if-
able to aim them at all.
If
Yeah,
you
There's
would
got to
just
be
be
like a 50% chance you just kill yourself with the dang thing.
yeah,
probably.
wraps around the cannon, comes back and kills the crew.
Do you fire
That sounds like
just
a
one, or do
one
you
on an
fire them
attack.
both from separate cannons?
Well, that would be really interesting.
I mean, it doesn't matter right
Usually,
now.
I think
because
they
don't have a
they were
cannon.
the idea was they got stuffed into one cannon, and because
Yeah.
they weren't, Brownian motion gets them moving in various directions. It's our science lesson for the day, everybody.
Okay, so Pure Finder is going to try his
Yeah.
darndest to shot put that bar shot, I guess.
Sure. That's like 2 small cannonballs with a bar like welded between them, or technically, I suppose it would have all been cast iron at the same time.
Gotcha. Fantastic. Yeah, so he's gonna hold on to it like the middle of a dumbbell and just sort of yeet it
Yeet!
at
It's the first yeeting.
the middle one.
It's probably the first
and-
yeeting in Goodman Games history.
Yeah. He's just gonna do that at the middle one because I think that's probably gonna be the easiest way to
Sure.
get there.
You will have a -2 as an improvised projectile weapon.
Okay. And is this agility or strength?
That would be agility. So make an agility check, and then we'll subtract 2 from it.
So okay. What? 12.
What?
How?
14 minus 2, 12. It gets really close. And by really close, I mean like here. Like 5
fine.
feet from them.
I wasn't really expecting it to go anywhere. Pure Finder's agility is awful. All right.
Are we
If you
really?
blew a
Is
luck.
this? Oh, maybe.
Hmm?
Fleeting
The
luck? You
luck!
got any fleeting luck?
I do.
How much
just started-
fleeting luck do you want to?
Like a 14 didn't hit him?
I
That
would
was a
like to
12
spend-
because there was a -2 on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do 2. Fleeting
Yes.
luck. Why not?
Burn those 2, and it bounces off the ground and gets the one in the middle.
Yes.
In the shin, and boy, does that smart. Roll me. I don't know what the damage is on that. 1d. Oh, it's in the PDF. Bar shot. It would be 1d6 if you whack
Use as a
them with
melee
it.
weapon.
I'll say roll a 1d3. Roll a 1d3.
All right.
I'm not going to take any negative from it because of the negative agility.
Nice.
2 points. Right in the leg. It's like in the middle of the night when you bash your leg on the coffee table and you
How
want
do
to
your
fall down.
kneecaps feel, sir?
It's kind of like that sort of level of pain.
That Family Guy bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like 5 minutes. Then the giant chicken shows up, and then there's a 10-minute fight. Okay, so the lady in waiting, that was the mudlark.
Cool.
All right. And then
Darn tootin' it was.
the other one is on the right.
Okay. Gutenberg, are held actions a thing?
Nope.
All right, cool. Gutenberg is gonna run up and try to stab the lady in waiting with her all.
Wow, Gutenberg just rushing up in there?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
Cool.
all right.
Death to the non-readers.
What's your battle cry? Because the other guys were thinking they were gonna wait.
Literacy.
Heresy?
Literacy.
Oh,
Literacy.
Maybe that too.
Literacy.
A little column A, a little column B.
Yeah.
What did she say?
That's a really big
Heresy?
word.
I think she said literacy.
I think it's
What's
a kind of pasta.
literacy?
The
I think she
letter
said for
C?
the C.
Why is she
For the
yelling?
C.
Why is she yelling the
For
letter
the
C?
C.
Yeah, for the C. The letter C.
Yeah,
Everyone
for the
mishears
sea!
it.
Yes, it's your turn, Legionecris.
She's gonna push them back to the sea. Oh my god.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
Show the owl. Are they? Yeah, owl. Owl.
Owl.
You have one, don't
The
you?
all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
She'll-
literally.
Put it on camera.
This is an actual all.
This is what she's killing with.
Yeah. I think I don't imagine that it would be much bigger than this, actually.
It would not be, but you got it right where we keep our jugular.
Yes.
And
Design flaw, really.
the creature, it really is. The creature, it's right below the
Design
seal from the squid thing on its head. Now you know that it's swallowed its head, and so black, sticky, viscous blood starts kind of pumping out of it, which is not the color nor the viscosity of the fluid that you expected to come out. And the lady of waiting just kind of stops for a moment and doesn't seem to
creepy.
move.
Is Gutenberg allowed to take a footstep back?
You moved up, say 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, sure, you can back up 5 feet. It put you like into that slot right there, kind of. Yeah, that's
You
good.
back up as you're like she's standing there with the
I
That's
just don't
really
want to. I just don't want to get that on,
creepy.
on
Viscous,
my person.
ichthyosis liquid.
Yeah, that just it doesn't. That doesn't seem natural. All right, and then finally, Snakes the con artist is going to run up and stab the one who hasn't been hit yet.
That is the third one. I forgot. It was the Mudlark, the Lady in Waiting, and
The
something from Anson's list. Oh, the barber surgeon. The doctor
barber
surgeon. Doc. That's right, the doc.
Barber.
Run up. I mean, technically like a bone saw on the ship. Like, we can't save that. Cut it off. Ain't got time for this.
Yeah, barber surgeons would have covered all of those bases.
Yeah. All right, so you run up with Snakes runs up with the dagger and plunges it into the fleshy, corpulent body of the doctor who had been living a fairly decent life until the ship sank.
Poor guy.
And we move down to Hiram and crew.
All right, so Beck is the only one who is armed. He's also the only one who's young and dumb enough to run into this situation.
Mm-hmm.
So Hiram and Patches, the only item in their inventory are tankards. So I think they both pull out
Really?
tankards
No
and enjoy
weapons.
the show as Beck whips out the captain's sword and runs into combat.
I raise my tankard to them. Very smart plan on their part.
We're gonna watch and see how this plays out, eh?
Hey,
See if he figures it out.
He's really young, dumb, and full of lots of stuff, isn't he?
Yep. He does have the captain's sword, so that's to his
That's
benefit.
right. He does have the captain's sword.
The captain's sword. It's got to be like a +1.
Looks like this. No, it looks like... Actually, it looks like this. This one right here.
Okay.
Can't even see my camera. Yeah. Not this one. This one.
pretty.
Did I get stats for the captain's sword though?
Oh, I don't know that I have them.
I do. I do have
Oh, good.
stats.
Okay, good.
All right. So he's gonna run in and attack.
I have to remind
Maybe.
myself to do post-session work. Okay.
All right,
Runs
if I'm clicking the
in.
button and nothing is happening.
It might come up like 4 or 5 times. Oh, do you have your character screen like popped out?
I do.
Go to the map, and then there's going to be a bunch of pop-ups that you have to click through.
Oh. Oh goodness.
It'll just be should be 2 or 3, and then it'll pop off an attack.
Did I just hit submit?
Yeah. Submit. Oh, hey everybody! Beck comes flying in there, rolls a natural 20, so you all get a fleeting point of luck. Lands a solid hit on the Mudlark, and rolled a 4 on crit table 2, which says, blow to the chest, the fat, fleshy, pale chest of the doctor. Staggers the foe. You can make an immediate free attack.
Yeah.
He didn't see a lot of sunlight while he was on the ship.
Clearly,
he drank
a
a
magical
lot.
sword.
Drank
I
a
was
lot.
below decks
Yes.
most of the time.
The doc just sat in his room and drank a lot and sawed off people's appendages, whether they needed it or not. Oh, because he's staggered, I will say that is a hit.
Ooh.
And you first smash into him with the sword, and he's so stunned that he is unable to fend off the second attack, which you drive in between the third and fourth ribs on his... Let's see, are you right-handed? On his left side.
Which in his life he would have been very aware of.
Yeah. Upward thrust, fourth and fifth rib. Between the fourth and fifth rib. Get him in the heart. And for a moment, you're frozen there with the captain's sword and the dock at the end of it. And then slowly, you drop the sword and the doctor drops backwards. And there's like this sticky, blackish ooze trailing down the blade from where it impaled him.
Tell him the cabin boy sent you.
On tootin'.
I want to hear that every time someone dies.
Hiram and Patches in the back are like, yeah.
They like
Tell him
cheers
the
each other.
cabin boy sent
Clang.
Work.
That one's with us.
That's one for our team.
We train him.
Go
We're
get
training
him.
him up. He's gonna be the next gunner or something.
Supposed. Yeah.
Striker, the hunter. All right.
Probably would have been an officer in training, actually.
If he was a cabin boy, I think he was just like a stowaway, and the captain was like,
Oh.
"Yeah, keep him."
I'll probably kill you in the morning.
Yeah. You maybe you die. Who knows? Horrible ways to die on ships, or you just disappear and we never see you again, and we find you 6 months later in a barrel.
Good night, Captain
Kill
Boy.
you, but that would take effort.
Right.
Most likely kill you in the morning.
So I'm thinking Hiram and Patrick are just sitting back there like,
Yep.
all right.
Okay.
We'll move on to Splat and crew.
Wait.
Okay, Near is been nervously trying to decide who he's gonna. Everybody keeps rushing forward. 2 of them are dead, right? So he aims at the one that Snakes that he's gonna shoot him with his bow, short bow.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna attack.
Oh
16.
my gosh. Right in the chest of the mudlark. A squid from the neck up. Filthy individual from the neck down. Like dirt that has just been ground into the creases of their skin for 3 points of damage. They kind of take a stagger step, but don't go down.
With a crazy squeal, Splat comes racing out in front because he's so excited to use his lightning stick.
Yeah.
His zipper.
Nice.
Zap! He says. It's the button, hoping he's doing it right.
We'll find out.
Yeah. At 11, but he's... Oh, no, he doesn't have a huge amount. What's he got to spend to get it?
Gets close, but doesn't look like he's gonna hit.
How many... I've got a couple fleeting luck.
2. You need 2.
I got 2 fleeting luck to spend on it.
All right.
I like that you tried to be subtle.
No. Yeah.
Are you satisfied with that roll? That's what I'm gonna do from now on. Are you satisfied with that roll? It's so close. You're 2 inches away. You're 1 inch away. You got him.
Oh, he's got to make a stam check or something?
Splat. So Splat goes running up and lunges forward, but is 3 feet away from the mudlark squid creature at that time. But then kind of stumbles over some loose rocks and gets him in the thigh.
Zap, zap.
And yeah, they would make a stamina check if they were not zapped to death.
Okay.
So the stamina check
An artery
is,
there,
hey,
too.
you're dead.
You have enough stamina to die. Great.
I checked in on my stamina and I'm dead.
Says no pulse. Beep. All right, you have waylaid. Well, Karth was like, I was sure they were going to talk.
Yeah. Wait, why'd you have to kill him? I was just about to negotiate.
They don't have mouths.
Rifle their pockets.
It's true, they
All
do
right.
not have mouths.
God,
All
now we
right.
get all their stuff for free.
The mudlark.
Yeah, double tap. Double tap.
Mudlark had a bone, and
Splat is going to go and zap each one of them.
all right,
Does this thing have charges?
yes.
Oh, it does.
I mean, Splat doesn't
We wouldn't know
understand that, but yes.
how many? Okay, but he's going to do it anyway.
Okay. Goes and
That's
zaps
not
them
the
all.
smartest.
Zap,
He's
zap.
not the smartest one. He's going to zap the other 2.
The mudlark had a bone,
Excuse me, this is a family show.
a human ulna. Which, if someone wants to hit somebody with it, it'll do up to 1d4. But on every time you hit with it, there's a 50% chance it'll break.
Couple
And-
guys back there don't have any weapons. Give them one of those.
They're like
Okay.
takers.
We're good.
The only other thing on the mudlark is 3 inches of frayed rope.
Oh. Oh, 3 inches?
3 inches of
So it's not very useful.
frayed rope.
That is a pretty
Monty
good
Python
idea.
reference, or
I love the idea that Beck thinks the sword might be magical.
Yeah, it's
It's
awesome.
fantastic. I've never swung a sword at a human before in my life, and look what I did.
killed that guy with one strike.
The captain's sword.
He's like doing poses with it, like pirate poses, like "Yarr, arr, ah," and Hiram's like, "Whoa there, Beck."
Beck runs back
him
over
the
the other
cabin
pirate.
boy
Did you see? Did you see what I did?
Collects his bucket because you may have a bag of poo, but he's got a bucket and a privy brush. It's very important to him.
We're gonna be good friends.
You never know when duty calls.
Oh, all right. The doctor. Moving on. The doctor's in the PDF. The doctor's body, the corpulent, alcoholic, grotesque doctor. I'm just adding flavor to flipping his corpse there. Has a syringe, a pint of something in a flask, and parts of a surgeon's kit. So I'm going to say, like, there's some tools for, like, digging into human bodies to pull out bullets or like, snip arrows and cauterizing and yanking teeth.
Yeah. All right, let's take that.
And then there's a jar of leeches.
Can Beck snag the leftovers of his kit?
I'm not up to me. Up to you guys. You all figure it out.
Go for it.
Go ahead. Karth is interested in the liquid. He's very thirsty.
All right.
Yeah, let me smell this. I'll test this.
Is this syringe empty?
No, the syringe has something in it. The flask has that sickly sweet scent of fermented sugarcane or molasses. Molasses.
Ooh, that's good, right?
It's rum, yeah, basically.
Oh, yeah. Karth says, oh, it's probably poison, and he takes a big swig.
Yeah, it's some really harsh rum. Because he was an alcoholic, so he doesn't care as long as it was alcoholic. He was drinking it.
As long as he got the job done.
Right.
Yeah.
The Call of Duty jokes are fantastic. This Pure Finder's story. Fermented shiza, that hurt.
Actually, and Pure Finder is going to take those 3 inches of frayed rope.
Yeah, you never know.
I
when
got your eye on that,
tie
huh?
something
I
up.
do. I do.
Anybody
Never
gonna
know.
take
You never
that?
know.
I'll take that.
Never know when you have to tie up like a gerbil or a hermit crab or something.
Those hermit crabs. You never know.
Might be useful as a fuse.
Oh.
We wanted to Molotov cocktail with that harsh rum.
The lady in waiting. That's very creative. Give yourself a point of fleeting luck.
Woohoo!
Just for that idea, I love it. The lady in waiting had a dart from a game, but it had a metal point on it. And her only other possession that you readily see on her is a handkerchief, gently tucked to the side of her dress, her now sullied, grotesquely stained dress. The dress goes out all the way down to her ankles and such, as
Does
would be expected. Propriety.
Does the handkerchief have any embroidery or anything on it?
Oh, it's very
Anything
fancy. It's got the frilly doily type thing, and it's got a monogram on it. It says HBJ.
Hiram. Oh, Helen Bonham Jarger.
Yes.
Our best jeggings.
Herbert B. Juver. I don't know.
What a poor lady. Her name was Herbert.
Not a lady in waiting at all.
We learned a lot today.
So she had the dart in her hand. She had the handkerchief tucked into the side straps of her gown.
And then that was it from everybody. There was no gold.
How deeply do you want to investigate these
Coins.
creatures?
Well, Karth's not gonna do that. That's other people do that.
If nobody else is interested in it, Gutenberg will take the handkerchief.
Oh, Lich, can you? You're my
Yeah, I gotta forget to do that.
Want to become black? I want to be famous. Oh wait, I'm already famous. You found me. Congratulations. Now you're famous for finding us. Well done.
Go to mod view.
Kudropang.
It's a mod.
Yeah, I know it's a big hassle if you're not already in it. Cut row pang.
And then how do you get rid of it?
Bite it, bot. It should put up little icons next to them. I think you can
really?
just click on them when you're
Next
in
to
mod mode. Not in mod mode.
Icons next to the.
To their name.
Oh.
Legio, swing those swords. They killed stuff now. They're
Okay.
famous.
Did?
Bye.
They're famous on this island.
Why my hero?
All right, what are we at? 2.5 hours.
There
What
you
do we want to do?
There we go.
We can call
Bye.
it. We can, because you've got at least, well, now from where you are, it's like 2 moves to get to that,
Yes.
to get to there. So that would be 2 more potential encounters, or we can call it a day at 2.5 hours, or we can see where we get to in whatever, like 30. We're scheduled for another 30, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, midnight.
Might as well.
45.
All right.
Let's do it.
Do it.
All right.
So moved. Like continue on. So wait, is there anything like okay? Should we entertain the idea of putting one of these squid hats on in order to pass by people?
A good idea. My only let me see.
You're about to say your only concern, because I feel like you should have more than one.
My collectively, my party's primary concerns include the little
Tendrils
the tendrils
that are
I don't know
bored
I don't know
into
if the
their
squid's
heads.
actually, yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if the squid's actually dead. I mean, just because yeah.
Do you want to spell like calamari? Because that's how you spell like calamari.
That is another concern that
Can we
Gutenberg
scoop
specifically
it
has.
out? Maybe I don't know.
So you want to investigate these squid things to determine
me
if,
see which one of
if
my
any of
people
this
would
is
do that.
possible.
Yeah.
Boy, I got a lot of dumb people here.
More than a little concerned that putting the squid hats on turns you into a squid person.
Yes.
All my people,
That is
like-
the concern.
Okay, 3 of my characters, 8, 8, and 7 for intelligence, and the only smart one has 11 intelligence. That's
Hey,
near.
you don't get rich being smart.
No, you don't. So I don't know why I'm entertaining this idea because none of my people would even think of this.
I've got a 9 and 2 10s.
I've got
A 9 and 2 10s.
That's pretty good in some scales.
10.
True. The Russian judge just
12.
couldn't give you that 10.
Purefinder has a 14.
Pure
Alright.
Finder.
And
Diamond
Raven
in the
Falconer has a
rough.
15. So, all right, Purefinder. Actually, no. Actually, yeah. No.
Maybe?
Diamond in the rough's poo. Is what they actually-
Raven the Falconer is going to pick one up and see if it's alive.
like pick it up and you're like shaking it and you're looking at it and you're poking pulling on the tentacles and stuff and nothing happens. I mean, it's pretty big. The carapace is 2 feet and then there's 2 feet of tentacles.
Oh, wow.
All right. She's gonna put it on her head.
All right, she goes to put it on her head and that seal, that thing is kind of like a little too small to get over her head unless she pulls it down really hard.
Oh, okay.
Yep, let's do it.
All right. Pulls it down really hard. Everyone sees the squid thing slide down over her face, and she hears a squish, and stuff starts running down her face. It's dark in there.
How do I look?
Oh.
How do I look?
Forget looking. How do you see?
Yeah. Can you see?
No.
You're like holding this thing up, and you feel these two hard. Golly, there's no good way to say it. There's two hard orbs on the carapace that you feel like must cover the eyes of the creature.
Okay. She's gonna take it off.
All right, she
Easier
like-
said than done.
and like goo and slime and innards and tendrils and stuff just drop onto her head when she picks it up. And when you look inside, you can kind of see that there's more room in it now than there was before.
That's something.
Guess that's
Okay.
not.
And when you're
Good
looking
work.
at it, you realize that there must be like actual eyes on the inside that are, but the covering must be translucent or transparent that you might be able to see through, if you, I don't know, scoop out the eyeballs.
So could she breathe in there?
Yeah, because it didn't make a seal. The thing didn't clamp. It was just too
Like it
tight
wasn't
for her
easy,
head,
but it wasn't impossible.
right.
Near speaks up, even though he doesn't really want to. He goes, "Well, we could be each wear what? 3 of us wear them, and then have others be like prisoners."
Let
That's
the
a good idea.
prisoners guide the ones that are wearing the squids.
Or you poke holes.
We poke holes. Yeah, maybe we
That
just try to.
does have a carving knife.
Well, actually, you know what? We don't even know what we're getting
Shovel?
into. These could just be rando bandits. The people at the ship could be. This is Karth now speaking. The people at this structure could be rational, trading people. We're
Or they
acting
could
like
be
they're
more squid
trouble.
monsters.
Then what do we want to do? Are we going to try to sneak past them to get into this structure? We have no idea what's inside the structure.
Honestly, I mostly think we should be looking for the ship these people came here on.
Ah, I like that.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea.
If there are people here, they got here on a ship. That's how it works.
Well, remember, these 3 bodies are people that were on your ship.
That's fair. Either that or everyone on this island is someone who died on the ship.
As far as
Dark
well,
potential.
that's not true. You saw scabs. You saw these 3. You did not see the body of the one that fell in the lava pit, the lava pool. So as far as you're concerned right now, it's an 80 to 100% chance of that they were all on your ship.
Well, let's go see. I guess this is gonna be Sneaks. Let's go see whether these people are people that we know. If we can see
Or
from
if they're
afar,
people
even
at
better.
all.
Or if they're people at all.
Right now where you are, as a matter of fact, let me.
Why don't we take the heads with us? How heavy are they? Can we carry them? Just in case we need them as disguises.
20-ish, 25 pounds each.
We can hollow them out like pumpkins with my shovel, says Purefinder.
How far away are we, Chris? Can we see it now, the structure?
Yeah,
Better?
from where the structure is stuck in, you're only 500 feet, and you are kind of hidden by that rock outcropping in the hex, like just your hex and the hex above you. So you're kind of behind the rock outcropping, only about 500 feet. You see numerous people working on something at the nearest point of that structure. And
Spyglass
kind of
person.
standing on a heap is
You'll
somebody
find
seems
out.
to be guiding work.
Purefinder,
Oh,
look through your... Yes.
Purefinder looks through the spyglass, and now you're only 500 feet, and you see. Let's see. What do you
Do I
see?
make intelligence check?
Not. You're close enough. You don't need to. You already figured out how the spyglass works and all that.
Oh,
Seven. You see like 7 or 8 creatures down in kind of a pit, and they come up and they throw rocks out and they go back down. On a little pile of rock nearby, you see a taller squid-headed creature. Let me give you the proper description here.
Found a boss.
He's got a formal description.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
screwed
yeah.
now.
We're screwed.
Stands taller. All the other ones seem of varying heights, but this one seems the tallest of all, and has 4 arms instead of
What?
2. And the arms are really long, and they look like they might have 2 joints in them as opposed to 1. Like there's 2, and it's gesticulating.
So he's got 4 arms and 4 forearms.
Like 4 arms and 2 jointed arms. So like instead of an elbow,
Be
there's
8
a joint
forearms,
here and a
right?
joint here.
It's a veritable 16 arms.
It's just 4 arms. Just 4 arms, everybody.
He's got 32 arms.
So many arms.
1,024 arms. 512 legs.
It's all arms.
We got some luck for later. That's good.
You all got a point of luck that you're probably
Yes,
going to need
thank
sooner or
you.
later. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Gesticulates every once in a while, and these other humanoids, squid heads, go and do something. And then in the distance, about halfway down the leaning structure, you see an opening. And in that, over there, you see squid heads going in, and then later coming out carrying what look like timbers or beams of some sort. And they're building something underneath the leaning structure right there.
In the hole?
No. Further back. Here is the hole.
I don't know if I'm on the right screen.
Oh yeah. Did I? Sorry. Let me put you back there.
She's still on the battle map.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I left you on the battle map. Sorry. Okay, so you're here behind this rock outcropping. Here is where they seem to be moving rocks and stuff with the 4-armed leader. And then here's an opening. And then back here underneath, they're building some kind of structure with beams they're carrying out from that opening.
Okay. Okay.
Beams.
I relay what
Like,
information I am able to...
Not sure, timbers or some type of long beams, like 3 feet long each.
I relay that information to the party in the best of my ability.
They've got timbers. We can build a ship out of them.
Yeah.
Shiver them.
Well, you got
Shiver them
timbers,
timbers.
of course. That's
Shiver
step
them.
1 of
course.
the timbers.
First, you shiver me timbers. 2,
Then,
you make a boat of your timbers.
but they must be shivered first.
They must
Absolutely.
Be shivered.
Look at these
Shivering
IKEA
is-
instructions.
Can I
See,
make a
first-
boat out of unshivered
first.
timber?
Everybody
Yes,
knows
honey.
unshivered timber doesn't float.
Has anyone got an Allen wrench?
Literacy.
I thought it was to the sea.
Okay, so they've got wood. They've got wood. We could build a boat.
It's true.
How do we
The
get it
first
away
hope
from them?
we've had in however long we've been here.
Hours. Hours.
Do we think there's something special inside this structure? Do we?
Almost certainly. It's definitely going to be awful, but they've got timbers, so we got a chance.
You know, I don't particularly... This is Pure Finder. I don't particularly like the look of that guy with the arms. That's not right. That's not normal, right? That's
I've
not
got
normal,
a magic
right?
sword. I'll take care of him.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, we're good. Never mind. Let's go.
I'll take care of him. Oh, who's calling him?
Back.
Beck's got the magic sword.
Magic
back
sword?
with
Yeah,
the
Beck's
magic
got a
sword,
magic
right?
sword.
Captain's magic
Oh
sword.
boy. Oh boy.
What could go wrong? Famous last words.
Okay, did we get a number count? So we have the one guy. and then how many
6 or
others?
7 in the hole at the
Okay.
front. The leader, the tall guy gesticulating with the 4 arms. And then it's hard to get a count of how many are out back. It could be
Yeah.
2 or 3, but they keep going in and out. So they're going into this opening there. And then kind of underneath the structure, about 250 feet back, they're building something.
Yeah. So, I mean, how hard would it be to? Is there? Do we want to sneak into the structure? I'm assuming we got to go in here. There's nothing else around here, right?
Yeah.
So
That's
maybe
what we
there's
wanna
something
do.
valuable. Maybe something in there. Or do we just start trying to pick them off so we can get their wood? Or do we wait till night and steal their wood to build a boat? You could build a boat, right? There's the
I believe
wood.
we're now operating under the assumption that we could, if necessary, build a
Good.
boat.
Excellent.
Yes. All right,
Excellent.
fantastic.
I mean,
Given the opportunity, we may be able to build a boat.
yeah, none of you ever done it, but how hard can it be?
You're
Yeah,
right.
exactly. We know
I've
what they
seen
look like.
lots
bunch
of
of wood.
boats.
And some. Oh wait, they might have nails. We need the nails. I
gonna
bet they
need
have the
nails.
nails inside the structure.
Probably. Yeah, let's go ahead and try and sneak inside the structure.
Okay.
So do you want to continue on the path that you were on before, which will take you like kind of around down to B and then back to that other rocky mound?
Maybe there's less tall men with 18 arms.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? He's frightening.
Yeah, I would like to give that gentleman as wide a berth as possible.
Let's
I feel
scout.
as though we should take him out first, and then
Oh, this-
we'll have our pick of the lot of them.
I mean, that's also a good idea.
You'll never see it coming.
No.
Who's the smartest one we got?
Pure
God, I
Finder?
hope it's not Beck, but it might be Beck.
A pure finder for real?
Oh,
I
it
think
might be
so.
Pure
Raven.
Finder, yeah.
Raven?
Raven the
Raven.
Falconer has 15.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
quite smart actually. She should speak up for the first time.
What am I saying?
I don't know. What do we want to? I think we should scout the ship. I mean, if I was smart, I would scout the whole ship or something. You know what I mean? At least
Yeah.
check out all the places, because we're starting to lean towards. Like my guys are starting to get amped up because of the cabin boy.
Yeah. All right. Well, for a moment, let's calm down. Calm down. And let's think through this rationally, all right? All right. So, first of all, we're not going to kill that guy with the arms right away.
We're not gonna kill the guy with the arms.
She can
No,
talk.
not right now.
I really want to.
But
His magic sword thirsts for blood.
It speaks to me.
I'm concerned about your sword, Cabin Boy. But we can talk about that later. Right now, I think I should not use this voice all night.
Not if you want to talk
Alright.
in 2 days.
Yeah,
You always
no,
just say
I
she says
gotta-
this.
Yeah.
We got it. It's a respectable accent. It's okay. My accents are also in progress. This
cool.
Legio.
All right. So what we're gonna do is give that guy a wide berth. We're not gonna. I don't think that we should engage him unless we have to.
So do you want to be like a wide berth, like move B to
would say
here, like
B
go
and
back to
then-
where you were and then come around? It's like one of these.
Yeah, I think so.
What time of the day is it? Hey, sailors, do you know what time of the day it is?
It's dark 30 because when you look up, you're not even sure where the sun is or if the sun is up or what is going on. And the lighting is mostly from below. Lava pits,
Nighty.
fires. Yeah. It could be noon. It could be high noon, you don't know. You look up and it's hazy.
And actually, you know what? Let's bring those squid heads with us and see if we can work on them as we go to make them hats.
You just like bringing them along and like stretching out the neck holes and digging stuff out as we walk.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, let's do it.
Carve and walk. Carve and walk.
It pretty much comes down to it's like carving pumpkins. You're scooping stuff out, throwing it down. The
Okay.
seal things are really hard muscle flaps that you would probably have to like saw off.
Bonnie will take one because she's interested in the mat, and because she's a thespian, so she likes the idea of acting that way, and she's rather strong. And then Near will take one if you want, because he's really strong.
That's
apparently.
great. Yeah.
He's got a 17 strength,
Cool.
but he's
Cool.
sickly. Sickly man. Elf.
Okay. All right. So I guess then.
So the party can. Oh, that's not the party. That's the bad guys.
Yeah, let's do the wide berth thing. Let's just do that.
You can move to B freely.
Okay.
B freely, and then I'm gonna put a C, and then you're aiming for this outcrop of rock, right?
Yes.
All right.
Sure.
So you're at B.
That's my plan.
You're moving to C. Tell me how you're moving.
Well, yeah. I'd say slow.
There's
I
a
mean,
lot
we
of
were.
us so badly.
Yeah, but we now know these guys are hostile, so we have to be careful. So we're moving carefully.
Okay. As you're moving along, in your path there is a lava pool that you'll have to kind of go around in between B and C. It's not the whole hex. You'll just have to skirt around it.
Okay. Done.
All right. When you're walking past it, each player can give me one fortitude save.
Oh. Each player, huh?
Each player, yeah.
Am I allowed to pick?
Means if we fail, we die.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh no.
Wait, I told my wife I was coming home. Her.
Chris is known for killing players. Scratch. Characters, player characters.
Man,
Am I
none
allowed
of these
to-
characters have fortitude worth talking about.
Okay.
Hey, everyone.
Can I pick the one with the highest?
Y'all just got a point of
You're
fleeting
fine,
luck
Eric.
from the Lich, who rolled a natural 20. So you all get
my
one more fleeting luck for
goodness.
everybody.
I want to spend this luck, man. I got one of my characters has 7, man. It's time to spend it. There's no cap, right?
There's no cap, no.
Okay.
Normally it would be a session only thing, but because a lot of them are purchased by audience members for us, I'm not wiping them out at the end of a session.
Sure.
It just
Nobody
tells
roll a
me
1.
that I have to bring something hot and heavy at you now. Back!
Oh.
Roll me a D3, Ansel.
All right. Do we have D3s in our?
It's on in the macros, or you can just /roll space 1D3. Bring it on hot and heavy. I'm about to. 2. That's Patches.
Uh-oh.
Patches gets a little too close to the pool as going by and starts coughing.
Oh no.
Oh no, Patches, the only one we haven't decided what your deal is.
And takes 3 points of poison damage.
Oh.
His dying words. I had no deal. No,
You never
You could have
fleshed
spent
out
luck
my...
on that. Spend luck on
He
that
has one
saving
hit
throw.
point. He's fine.
Oh, never
Oh.
fleshed
By
out
fine,
my
I mean-
character, you jerk. All right, he's like coughing up stuff, and he coughs up really hard, and like this bright green mucus like comes out of his lungs, and then he finally stops coughing, and he's like, ugh.
That was quick. Wow.
Pure Finder, you want the
Hmm?
some free mucus for you?
No, I'm good. That's not my deal.
That is not my deal. All right, you make it
That
to
can
C.
be your deal.
You make it to C, and you're on your way to X. And in this middle hex, you're moving pretty slow. Someone give me an intelligence check.
It's gonna be Raven.
Yeah, we're getting to the end of the alphabet. We're gonna start over.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend. Let's go with 3 fleeting luck on that. So it's not a 9. It's gonna be 12.
Are you satisfied with that number?
No. 12. 14.
All right, good. You almost miss this section of cracked ground, and you get so close to it, in fact, that your foot kind of loosens a piece, and then a large hole opens up as the thin crust of ground crumbles down into a vast pit below. I'll tell you how deep it was.
Oof.
30 feet.
Oh man.
30 feet.
Oh man.
Which almost, if the party had not seen it, somebody would have died.
All right. I'm a
found a
big
thing.
fan of getting inside the structure now. It's shelter.
Yeah.
I warned you, it's a hellscape. It's like Antarctica. It's a part of the world that's always trying to kill you.
Twist. Twist.
I have a bunch of them sitting here. Oh no, I used most of them. We're down to 2. There are
Yes,
two.
you did.
There are
You did
two.
that, Chris.
2 tentacle twists that I have control over, and I've been kind of alternating good, bad, good, bad. So I don't know, Legio. Did you want to have a bad one? All right, and you make it to this outcropping of rock. We're going to zoom in on the island map here because everything's kind of right in the center. And you're not very far away. And you see that underneath the cylinder structure, they're building what looks like a scaffold. A large scaffold system. You're not...
Like hold it up.
That's a good guess. If you look at the front and they're digging out over to the right. If they dig out enough, you think, well, maybe it's gonna pop down onto this scaffold, and then you're not sure what would happen after that. But the structure.
Excavating this thing, maybe.
Now that you're close to the structure, you can see that it's like a long.
This.
It's like a long, blackened, charred cylinder that has metal bits protruding from it. There's some fires on it. There's a large opening in between where they're building the scaffolding and where they seem to be digging out the other part of it. It's got to be 15 feet wide and 10 feet high. After a little bit of watching, you think you could time it, that you could start sneaking in through that opening in between. There seems to be 4 of them. And they all kind of trail in, and then they come out carrying these beams, and then they seem to be assembling the beams underneath the structure. And you think you have it timed in your heads that you could book into it and get in there before they finish assembling the arm loads that they come out with.
Let's do it.
All of
You know,
us?
there's only 4 of them, and there's 9.
It's true.
1,
9
2,
of us?
3, 4.
10. However
That is
many
true.
of us there are.
Is that back?
Yeah.
He's got a thirst for blood now, man.
He sure does.
Surprised he didn't say, "You run in and I'll go stab them all in the back with my magic sword."
Don't worry, I've got it.
All right. So, you want to try to time it and all run into the ship?
Or do you want to fight him?
Or do you want to fight them? There only seems to be 4 of them back here.
It does seem like if we can sneak in, that's probably the better option of the ones we have available.
Yeah. Because I'm afraid if we start fighting them here, then they'll notice. Well, that's 500 feet away.
Yeah, if you look at this structure, it's pretty big. It's like 1,000 feet long. That is 250 feet, but the leader is facing this way. The guy with the 4 arms, who seems like the leader, is kind of facing that way, looking at them. And they're all just kind of climbing over the edge and dumping rocks over the edge. The other ones you're noticing are coming out, not that far, coming out like this, and then going underneath. And then they're under there for some time as they set down the girders, pass them up the scaffolding, seem to be putting them into place somehow, and then they all come back and grab more and go back out.
Near has an idea. What if we send in a few of us at a time, And if they happen to see one of those people going in, the rest of us can rush in to surprise attack and kill them before they can alert others.
There we go. And then
Those who get in there can stay, nearby so that they can do the same thing
right.
when the last of us go in.
18,
dear.
19, 20 bits have been spent by Legio Necklace. I'm guessing it's...
They were like disguise kits. Well, yeah.
We do have the disguise kits. That's true. We do have the squid helms.
Yeah.
We did clear those out. We only got 3 though. That's the
World's
problem.
grossest hats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they're not so gross now. Now they're just like hard, shiny helmets that have bits of gross in them.
Okay, so one or another alternate plan is one person takes 3 people in with the squid head on, right? Kind of like
Yeah.
the prisoner
Yeah.
thing.
Worth a shot. We've got the squid heads.
We do have the
We
squid.
did
heads.
bring them. We carved them out. What do you guys think? Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Action.
Action.
So
Make
okay,
brave and heroic choices.
how many? So there's 3. You have 3, Ansel. You have 4 still, Jelly, and I have 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's
4
3 of
people,
us. So
yeah.
one person from each team wears the helmet and walks their team in. Who wants? I'll go first. We'll go. Let's draw straws for going first.
I loved how that went in his head. Like, I'll go. Well, who's going first?
I think Patches is dumb enough to fall for this plan, and is the one who gets voluntold that he's putting on the squid head for Team
Which
Sailor.
one? Cabin boy?
No, Patches, one of the
Patches, yeah.
one of the able-bodied seamen.
From my team, it'll be snakes.
Snakes, Patches. Uh-huh.
Oh, Bonnie for sure. This is the role of
Oh,
a
yeah.
lifetime for her.
Bonnie.
She's the only one that'll do this in my team.
Everybody. Even Splat is like,
She's a halfling though, so it's gonna look very funny.
Well, the creatures have all been of varying heights and weights and such. It's not like they all look the same. As you saw before, it was the doctor, the mudlark, and the lady in waiting.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Okay.
You're gonna draw straws. You can all roll a d3.
Sure.
Jelly's got that.
Oh wait, D3 isn't in there.
No, there's macros that in collection. The 3 lines up next to the cog.
I see it, and I'll put it in the bar. Yep. Okay.
And
Hamburger.
so you can do that same thing later. Oh!
Well, hey.
Well, it's not going to be the liching party.
Yes.
We can do one
Okay.
tie, all tie, because it's all 3. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3. Ah,
1, 2,
Ansel.
3. Yeah.
Hurry.
All
Very
right.
easy.
Patches. Off you go. Off you go, mate.
so-
Make us proud. Oh, we'll be
Patches
right behind
is
you.
Being guided by Beck and Hiram, right? Is that how we're working this?
Well, if you scoop them out, you can kind of see through the eye orbs. You just kind of have to, like, get your head into it properly.
really
like,
tilted in there.
Yeah. So you can kind of see where you're going. So they could walk in front of him, and he could just follow them.
Kind of follow their shapes.
Right.
All right. Awesome.
You have a stun stick between you or something?
Oh yeah, did we collect stun sticks from all the?
There were stun
course we
sticks.
did.
Yeah, there were stun sticks on
Somebody-
We didn't roll though. That's the only thing. We didn't roll or nothing. We didn't say. I would have certainly took them. I got wrapped up in looking for gold and stuff.
Oh, apparently they all had stun sticks because I just rolled a 3. So yeah. So each one of the squid head PCs has a stun stick as well. So you can look like you're poking and prodding them to move
Got
them
it.
forward.
Okay.
Right.
All right. First up, Ansel, give me a luck check.
Knew that was coming.
I suppose it should be from Patches since he's.
Yeah, I mean, any of your characters. You're all going as a group.
Do we
Oh, yeah.
bother rolling this because the tentacle twist or what?
This is part of the tentacle twist.
Oh, okay.
Twisty.
You all made it. You didn't run into anyone on the way. And when you when you walk through the opening, it's dark because that'll be the next session.
All right.
Next up is Jelly,
Okay.
Snakes and crew.
Gutenberg is gonna run this luck check. I just clicked the luck check button and not a trained luck skill.
Correct. Wow.
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 Yeah, Gutenberg's luck is 18, yo.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Gutenberg has 18 luck? Holy
Yeah.
mackerel. Wow. That's amazing.
That is amazing. Without a problem whatsoever, you just kind of stroll right in, like the biggest, baddest squid head there ever was. All right, Bonnie, it's your time to shine. It's your spotlight. The stage is set. Your costume has been prepared.
Is Bonnie's the one rolling the luck check?
No, any one of your characters can, because you're moving as a
cool.
group. So
Splat has 17.
there you go.
Sure.
I've heard that before.
10.
There you go. You all make it inside, and you're just kind of like standing there, and the floors and the
Quick high
walls
five.
are impossibly smooth. And then behind you, everything goes black.
Wait, what? Wait, whoa.
The entrance
What?
disappeared. It made kind of a sound like this. And it just, you turn around when you walked in, and there's no entrance behind you.
Patches is
door
looking
go?
around. Did we win?
I don't know.
Is it completely pitch black now?
There's a light glowing from up ahead, just off to your left when you walk in, just off to your left, and there's a long shadow stretching out into this impossibly smooth, impossibly square hallway that you're looking down, and you see the shadow tentacles rise up from its shoulders. And
So this is
scene.
something?
It's something, yes.
I don't like
In
it.
front of us? In between us and the light?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it.
Is it tall? Does it have 16 arms?
Its shadow looks like, from where it is, you're like, the shadow is like 15 feet long.
Oh.
And the tentacles rose up in the shadow. Like you're looking at the shadow, you can't see the creature casting the shadow, but you see tentacles rise up around the head of the creature in the shadow. And that...
Is there a runaway option?
No, because the door
Cliffhanger?
closed.
Door's gone. The door's gone.
Could be a good cliffhanger.
That's where we're ending it. Between a squid head and a closed entrance.
Which part was the twist?
The shadow is the twist.
Oh no!
Oh.
Because you all did so well on the luck roll, so you all made it in as opposed to it coming out to meet you.
Oh gosh.
Legio, you bought us a cliffhanger.
You bought a cliffhanger, Legio, which means you have to come back in 2 weeks when Swashbucklers returns to Goodman Games Official.
That's 7 Mountain, 6 Pacific.
That is all for us tonight. Let's go around and we can talk about who we are and what we do. Hey, Jellygato!
I need to work on my pirate voice.
Just get a little gruff and say, stretch out some stuff every once in a while.
Hello.
With a little lilt.
I'm Jellygato,
There you go.
and I play games.
Here on
And
Twitch.
sometimes read Shakespeare.
On Twitch, really?
What I got.
Oh, that's cool. We should all do that once.
What you got big coming up, Jellygato?
Yeah, what do you got big coming up? What are you doing this weekend?
This weekend we've got season finale of Apocalypse Roadshow over on Liching Hour that I'm in, and also
You're the Apocalypse.
I am. And then all next week, Monday through Saturday, is Henry Week on the Zoom Shakes channel. So we are
Oh.
doing all of Shakespeare's Henry plays. We're reading them on Zoom. It's gonna be wild.
Do you have voices for that?
I don't yet. Also, I should probably maybe read them first.
Once more into the breach.
Yeah, something like that.
It's in there somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
It's work in progress. All right. The Liching Hour.
Hi, yeah, Liching Hour. Yeah, so Saturday is a big deal. We got a chapter finale of the Apocalypse Roadshow. Do tune in because you're going to be able to help the humans, or you're going to be able to help Zoo. Will the Bloodmaster be taken down for once, finally, or will he survive? Right. And then Tuesday is the premiere of Viva La Dungeon Season 4 on Tuesdays. You know, come check that out. Tuesdays at 10 o'clock Eastern.
There's a new
Liching Hour.
map, yes?
New map, new shirt design to win, and a few other twists and turns. A couple tentacle, no, not tentacle, but there's a twist.
There's a twist.
two.
There's some twist.
There's just twist or two.
Yeah. Tongue twisters included.
Yeah.
And Dungeon Barkeep Ansel.
It's actually pretty good week to start coming back on, because tomorrow night I am collaborating with another YouTube channel, Bad Astra. I designed a special cocktail around one of their personalities, and we'll be debuting that one tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central on my channel. That's YouTube, youtube.com/c/Dungeon Barkeep. I also am live streaming on Wednesday at 5, and then again the following Friday I will be premiering 2 new cocktails. One's called the Per Aspera, and one is Bad Astra, named after their channel.
Nice.
So yeah, it's going to be a real good couple of weeks for that. And coming up on the 22nd through the 24th is TTRPG Pickup Con. It is a free gaming event. You can sign up for free to join our games, join the community. There's a Discord channel you can chat with folks on. It's a real good time, and it's a good opportunity to meet new people and try out new games. There are a couple DCC games going on. I'm running some D&D, some Fate. I'm running Crash Pandas, which I'm really excited about.
Yes!
There you go.
I love Crash Pandas.
And we're also running Orcagon Trail as the opening game.
Nice.
So that one should be really good. But yeah, so lots of stuff.
Awesome. TTRPG.
Pickupcon.com.
There you go. All right.
And the last thing, at the end of the month, on the 30th, 29th, that Friday, Starlight Radio Dreams has its January live stream. That's an hour of sketch comedy. It's real good.
Awesome. Fantastic. Lich, did you have something else?
What was it? Oh, how do you spell Bad Astra?
Oh, Bad, B-A-D, Astra, A-S-T-R-A.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. They just started?
They're a couple months old, I think.
We should all go give them a like. Help them out, everybody.
Because the one thing I found for Bad Astra has 0 followers, so it seems weird.
On YouTube?
Oh, YouTube. Okay,
Yeah,
that's a
YouTube,
whole different
yeah.
thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
They and I are both more on YouTube than Twitch.
Well, all right.
Okay.
We all have to be somewhere.
Right. Oh, there you go. Comedy Science Show. Subscribe.
Ooh.
They're real good.
Go check that out after this. I am Christopher from Two Old Guys Games, 2oggames.com. I am also all the RPGs on Twitch. Tomorrow is Thursday. I don't think I have anything tomorrow. I think it's Wait.
No, tomorrow's Friday, and we're actually
Today is
playing.
Thursday.
Right.
Tomorrow's Friday. We have Boot Hill, 2nd edition Boot Hill from the 70s. We're going to go be gunslingers, like proper gunslingers. No space aliens, no weird elder god magic. Just plain old running around shooting at each other, solving mysteries or something. I don't know.
Is that what we're doing? Solving a mystery?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm going to run Bad Mesa, which is like one of the first adventures. I should get on reading that, huh? Grad school got in the way of fun today.
I gotta still figure out how to play, so. that's
We'll wing it, just like normal. And And then Saturday, you can find me on King Norcalia, where I will be King Quarian Flameborn, Elven King of Runeshire and the Western Elves, who raise dragons and ride them into battle. And he told me that, and I was like, stop, I'm in.
Yes. So,
It's not a game, it's just a round table where everybody role plays in full costume, and some sort of chaos or strife or something is going to ensue. I have to give the hand of my daughter away, which I thought I had like another 10 or 20 years before that would happen. Well, whoever touches her is going to lose their hand, so.
Darn tootin'.
And then on Sunday, I'm on the Notorious DMG TV, where I'm going to be playing. Oh wait, is that this week? Nope, that's not this week. Then we're all the way back around to next week. Wednesday,
Yay.
I game on all the RPGs. Thursday, we're here, right, Lich? For
Thursday we're here for
X-Crawl
X-Crawl Lives coming on back.
Woo.
we like to stay busy, us people.
Yes, we do.
In
you
this
guys have a calendar where people can find your stuff?
schedule on my. We should make a joint calendar. We have so much
That'd be
stuff
good.
together.
I keep one on my website, indecisionist.com.
Ah, good
have-
plug. Well done.
I have a schedule on my Discord.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. I also want to run Claustrophobia on alternating Fridays, which is your garden gnomes got tired of hanging out in people's gardens, and you decide to go out and either be adventurers or criminals, which I thought sounded super awesome. It's from a South African games pack I bought in Drive-Thru RPG, and you can go to discord.io/2OG public, and that's where we do all our game scheduling. Looks like
Amazing.
links
Oh, yeah,
are
we should drop
open.
links in the
Yeah.
thing. That makes sense.
I didn't know if that was going to work, but it seems like that'll work. We'll drop some links. And we can't raid anyone. Go hang out with, I don't know, who's up? TT2KB? Is that Maddie Morgs? Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Some other people probably.
This is really super, super, super fun. Looking forward to this every other week. So we will be back in 2 weeks for more Swashbucklers. I'm looking forward to it.
Sloshbuckler. If we drink too much, it's sloshbucklers.
We had talked about Ansel making a drink or making it doing a
I
drink.
could, yeah.
How are we going to
absolutely
fit into
could.
his
Custom
uber
cocktail.
busy schedule? He's
Yeah.
got an uber busy schedule of making drinks over there. I think it should be the Moscow
Share
Mule.
with
No,
you
it should
my
not be a
terrible,
Moscow Mule.
my terrible.
I like the
cocktail.
Swashbuckler.
The Sloshbuckler.
I think that's great.
Swashbuckler. There it is.
Yes.
It's a beer and a shot. Punk.
With a pickleback.
After two of them, we're all passed out. All you see is our hands like, we're done, go away, bye.
Tentacle twist.
Oh, that would be a
Oh,
really good,
that's-
that'd be a good
That's a
drink
good
name.
drink too.
Yeah.
That's a
There we
good
go.
drink too. Yeah.
I'm glad we accidentally made Tentacle Twist. There's a story behind that one. We just, sometimes inspiration comes in the weirdest places.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Drop some links in chat. Have a good night, everybody. The Lich and I, just the two of us are back next week here on Thursday, right? I mean,
Yep.
there's other
And
people.
there's other
involved,
people, yep.
But
Yep.
from this group, and then we'll be back here swashing and buckling, and we'll find out what this really long tentacly shadow is going to do to the PCs.
Some guy cleaning. He's got a bucket with some tentacles in it. It's like, yeah.
It's just
I've seen this in Disney.
it's actually just braids. He's just dancing around over there.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
Right.
Are we done? We're done.
Yep.
I think we're done.
See you guys.
Thanks, everyone. Have a
So
good
say
night.
y'all.
See you in a couple of weeks.